Welcome to another Genshin Impact video. Today I'm gonna play Act 7 of the Nod-Krai Archon quest. It's finally here and I'm so excited to play this because so far Nod-Krai has been absolute peak. It's been so good. And Act 6 ended with like the biggest cliffhanger ever. Columbina went through the moon gate and we don't know what exactly happened to her. And Dottore basically took the power of the moon goddesses. And now we have to take care of him as well. And yeah, it's just so many things happened, so many cool twists, and I can't wait to actually defeat Dottore and bring back Columbina. Can't wait to find out how we are actually gonna do that, both of these things. So yeah, let's just go without further ado, not waste any time, and jump right into this Archon quest. We have to go to the Curatorium of Secrets down here, Nephas and Yahoda's place, and this is where it starts. Oh, a lizard? Okay. Is Ashru gonna eat the lizard? Maybe. We won't find out, I guess. But yeah, everyone is here. The whole gang. Except Alekino, I guess. And Durin is also not here. Albedo, Wanderer. Okay, there are a few characters missing, but most of them are here. The main gang, you know, from the first two acts at least, is here. Yeah, I'm good to go. What's the plan? How do we defeat Dottore? Yeah, can you go over the agenda again? Yeah, that's where we left off. And back at the end of Act 6, we didn't really have a concrete plan on how to deal with this situation. So, do we have one now? I really hope so. Yeah, all of them were stopped in time, except Lumine and Columbina. So I didn't really see what happened. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem if Dottore just can do that again to all the other characters, so Lumine has to face him alone. There has to be some way to counter this, so that we can all fight together. Or at least some of us. Yep, definitely have to do these two things. I mean, of course we are helping. Are you kidding me? Did you think we would just, you know, step back and be like, well, guess we lost? Of course not. Oh, Yahoda is stopping Waka? What's going on? Someone's here. Who? You followed Lumine, but no ill intent. Who is it? Afatus? Okay, it is indeed a Fatus. And he's one of the Knave's subordinates, one of Alekino's guys. Okay. So he secretly returned to Nod-Krai, not officially. In his lab way up north. Okay, so I guess that's in the new area that was added in this update. He has a lab somewhere there. Interesting. Okay, well then let's go meet up with Alekino and Sandrone. Let's get this operation underway. Okay, so some of the Fatui still respect Columbina. I mean, we obviously knew that Alekino and Sandrone were still friends with her, but seems like even some of the lower-ranked Fatui still hold her in high regards, even though she left and kinda betrayed them. That's good to know. And yeah, they also just don't like what the Doctor is doing. Once again, we see that the subordinates kinda reflect their superiors in the Fatui. You know? The ones who serve Alekino are kinda nice.
あなたたちは少女様のご友人ですので、もちろん知る権利があります。
さすがアルレッキーノ。状況判断が早いね。
地図はここに置いておきます。北の研究所へ向かうのであれば、くれぐれもお気をつけください。
Of course we're gonna go there.
どうか忘れないように。少なくともナドくらいでは、召使い様の部下はあなたたちの味方です。
Appreciate the help.
当然の務めです。では、私はこれで。何かございましたら、空爆実験設計局へお越しください。
Okay, so far so good. So we already kinda know where Dottore could be currently, but I'm worried that this is another trap. Because of course Dottore would know that Alekino and Sandrone know, or can find out where his lab is. So he would definitely be prepared for us to come to the lab. So it's probably another trap. I would be surprised if we catch him off guard. Yeah, how long ago did he start planning this? Maybe even years ago. Decades, centuries, who knows? Yeah, he's definitely not loyal to the Tsaritsa, not like the other Harbingers.
博士は行動が早く、そのやり方も残忍で悪質なものだ。手を焼かされるだろう。
現状、博士の行動は予測しがたいものです。二手に分かれ、一部をナシャタウンの守衛に当てるのが得策かと。
But why would he attack Nasha Town? Well, I guess better safe than sorry. Yeah, infiltrating research labs, that is Yahoda's area of expertise. Okay, what exactly is this? What is it gonna do? It's not a bomb, is it? No, she's not Clay. Yeah, if Aino stays, he never stays as well. Priority high. I get it. It's fine, you can stay here, Nefer. Oh, Vaka's gonna stay behind as well? Okay. Well, I guess this update is not his time yet. I've heard that he is one of the next characters that are coming out in the next update. So far there's been no official drip marketing, so I'm not sure if it's true. But if he is coming out in the next update, then they're probably gonna focus more on him there, instead of now. Though the Nod-Krai Archon quest focuses on a lot of different characters, so... Wait, Yahoda's not coming with us? Oh my god, we're gonna lose. What are we gonna do without Yahoda? Like 99% of our total power comes from her. She definitely has to come with us. Wait, Paimon is also gonna stay behind? Oh, that's interesting. So that means Lumine has to talk. I mean, she has talked more and more over the course of the past few years. And now in Nod-Krai she's talked more than ever before. But now if we are actually leaving Paimon behind, that means we're gonna get a lot of Lumine voice lines. I can't wait. I always love it when Lumine actually talks, because it was so rare back in the day. Now it's not that rare anymore, but still kinda rare. But yeah, I still love it every time it happens. And don't get me wrong, I actually like Paimon. But still I get excited when Paimon is not here, because that means we get more Lumine voice lines. Okay, so that means there's gonna be a long stretch of Archon Quest ahead of us that we can't really pause. I've seen some posts about that warning people that the Archon Quest just locks you in for several hours, but there also are apparently some save points, even if it's not apparent at first glance. So I think I'm good. Right now I should have enough time to at least finish Act 7, but I've also heard that Act 7 goes directly into Act 8 without a break. So I'm not sure how long this is gonna take, but I should have enough time, I think, I hope. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm good to go.
よし、みんな行動開始だ。
ああ。装置が破壊されてる。アルレッキーノとサンドローネがやったんだ。
I've broken machines, and yeah, it looks like Alekino is the one who broke them. Because there are a lot of, you know, black flames. So let's enter the facility. Looks pretty ruined. So yes, someone definitely was very angry here. Probably Alekino and Sandrone. They really wrecked the place. Okay, some of Dottore's subordinates, I guess. They showed no mercy. Good. I wouldn't show any mercy either.
熱烈な歓迎だね。
Oh, we got some... Okay, Rift Hounds. What are Rift Hounds doing here? Wait, they... Okay, I was confused there for a moment that we actually got Hydrolumine because I had Dendrumine in the team, but yeah, looking at the right, we just got a bunch of trial characters. Okay, I see.
嘘はいけないね。
Oh, I think I know what's going on here. He's like researching these monsters and some of them broke out. Like the Rift Hound over here. And there we have these Wild Hunt enemies that are behind the glass. They haven't broken out yet. Okay, okay. Oh, there's one. Definitely broke out.
行け、輪廻の永遠の安寧を。まるで
What is this now? Oh, more monsters?
全く聞いてない。
Yeah, seems like Dottore researched all kinds of monsters. Well, that guy's dead. Okay, let's defeat these things.
迷える者がやめよ。
真実はまるで影。
かわいそうに。
Oh, okay, already dead.
眠りの荒
This Nefer, I think, is stronger than my Nefer. Probably, if I had to guess, she is, yeah, C3, R1, R3, actually. Okay, yeah. No wonder she's doing more damage to my Nefer.
使えるかもしれません。
Okay, let's take this thing over here so we can open this door. And there are more Wild Hunt enemies. Or not.
道が塞がれてしまったね。回り道しよう。
Through the vents we go. Like an imposter.
貴様ら、なぜここに？
What's wrong with you people? What's wrong with you people? You're serving Dottore.
博士は今研究所内にいるはずだが、なぜそなたは逃げようとしておるのだ。
博士様に用があるのか。だがうまくいくとは到底思えない。
Yeah, I don't think Dottore is here.
あなたがこの先どれだけ生きていられるかは、その発言の価値に左右されるでしょう。
執行官がもう二人研究所内に入ったが、それがどうしたってんだ。あの博士様があんだけ大掛かりなことをしてるんだ。何の準備もしてないわけが
He's
ない。
definitely prepared for the attack on his lab.
でも、お前はその部下であることに。
I mean, who would be thrilled about being a subordinate of
こ
Dottore?
の辺りは魔物の痕跡と気配に満ちてる。まさか、そんな奴らと一緒にいるのが好きなのかい？
博士が何を
And there it is. Lumine talking. Like I said, it's always nice. Especially since she's voiced by Aoi Yuki in Japanese. Very famous, talented voice actress.
自分たちのためだけに動いてるわけじゃない。博士の行動はナドクライ全体。あなたたちのスネージナヤにも影響を与えるかもしれないの。
Come on, do the right thing. There's no shame in betraying the doctor. He wouldn't hesitate to do the same to you.
あの 方はとんでもないものを作っている。その計画のために長い年月を費やしてきたようだ。
Building something. Ambitious doesn't even begin to describe it. What is he building?
少し前、博士様はスネージ内に戻ると言ったが、思いのほか早く帰ってこられてな。
Two gemstones. What kind of gemstones are we talking about here?
月髄。
Oh, the moon mirror, of course.
コロンビ
He
ナ
has
さんが
both of
それ
them.
を奪ったのだ。
He has both the iridescent moon marrow and the eternal moon marrow. Right, right. I forgot for a moment. Yeah, he stole them from Columbina.
少女様から？あの方はもう組織を離れたんだろう。いなくなる前に女皇陛下の命は果
We
たして
still don't know what exactly she did for the Tsaritsa.
と言っていたらしいが、組織を離れることが必ずしもいいことだとは限らない。俺の尊敬する隊長様だって。計画を遂行するため、上は博士様、傀儡様、少女様の部隊をこの地に派遣した。
Oh, okay, so Columbina was actually dispatched to Nod-Krai. So did she only leave the Fatui after she arrived here? I thought she left on her own accord in Snezhnaya and then came back here. But maybe she was actually here on an official mission.
俺は当時、少女様の隊に所属していたんだ。
Oh, you were one of Columbina's subordinates. Well then, welcome to the team, you know? Betray Dottore, come back with us, you can serve her again. Well, not as a Fatuus, but like, I'm sure she would appreciate all the help she can get right now, wherever she is.
あの方は、俺たちとほとんど会話せず、周りにも無関心だった。かといって、心ここにあらずってわけでもなくて。
Yeah, well, that's how she was back then, but she's very different now.
まるで生きる意味を見つけられず、遠くを眺めるしかないように、いつも空を見上げていた。
Always used to stare up at the sky, at the moon behind the false sky.
博士様はいつも少し離れたところから彼女を見守っていた。
And the doctor stalked her while she was doing that.
にあったようだが、やがて少女様が彼を警戒するようになり、疎遠になったらしい。少女様が組織を去った。
He was after her from the beginning. Yeah, he must have planned this for centuries.
だがあの方もまた同じように周りのことに無関心で、ただ月だけを見据えていた。今の博士様は3つの月を何よりも欲している。月が足りないのなら
He created a third one himself? Seriously? Sounds crazy, but if anyone can do it, then probably Dottore.
月髄を作る？もしかしてヒュペルボレイヤの虚栄から得た知識かい？
詳しくお話しいただきありがとうございます。
そなた、本当はコロンビーナさんの部下のままでいたかったのではないか？
Is Lorma actually gonna recruit him to the Frostmoon Science so he can serve Columbina again?
いや、あの方はもう執行官じゃない。
Oh, okay.
それに俺たちファドゥイが忠誠を
Well, that's fine. At least you helped us. You know, at least you gave us some intel. So, just, you know, find a better harbinger to serve in the future than Dottore.
博士様を完全に信じきれなかったからに過ぎない。あの方の行動は俺たちがナドくらいに来た本来の目的と食い違ってる。
わかった。彼のことは必ず止めてみせる。
Oh yeah, we will.
召使いの部下が空母機実験設計局にいるから合流するといいよ。
Yeah, serve Alekino. She's a good harbinger to serve.
おまけに完成も近そうだ。ドットーレの技術がそこまで進んでるなんて。
ここからは苦戦を強いられるでしょう。皆さん、心の準備を。
Okay, let's prepare for a fight. It's not gonna be the Dottore boss fight yet, of course, since we're just at the beginning of the quest. But there's definitely some sort of fight coming up very soon. Some sort of big battle that we absolutely have to win. Okay, now what do we have here? A chest. That's nice. And it's a big one. Up the ladder and into the vents again. Now this looks like the center of the lab. Also looks kind of like a boss arena. But like I said, I don't think the boss fight is happening yet. But he's actually here, what the heck? But where are Lucino and Sandrone? Weren't they ahead of us? I did not expect him to be here. This has to be a trap. He's got something planned for us. And we are playing right into his hands. I don't trust this situation at all. He probably has, because he has something in store for us. I don't think we can defeat him here. We are right where he wants us. Yeah, you've shown up right on schedule. I knew it. I knew it. He wanted us to be here. Oh my god. This is all according to his plan. And he's already taken care of these two. Where are they? What have you done to them? Disappeared as soon as she entered the facility? What? What happened to her? What did you do to them? Well, then you don't know her well. She's something called a tsundere, you know? She actually does like other people, especially Columbina. She just doesn't like showing it. But this is a special situation, where even Sandrone can't afford to be a tsundere anymore. Yeah, of course you would think that. But it is actually a change for the better. Even if you don't see it that way. You're blind to the most simple things. Blinded by your hubris. Are we getting a flashback to his encounter with Sandrone? Stating a fact that he already thinks that he's a god. But you're not quite there yet. Columbina made sure of that when she went through the moon gate. At least that part couldn't have been according to your plan. You can't actually control the moon mirrors yet. You still have a chance. I actually kinda love how Sandrone here sounds more calm than usual. And not as angry, you know? But that actually means that she is really pissed off this time. Because the usual, like, you know, angriness is not really serious, you know? It's just her Tsun side. But this is actual anger. Cold, fierce anger. When people like Sandrone get quieter, then you know shit's about to get real. What did he send her? What did he do to his subordinates? Oh, did he just send them to attack the bureau?
陛下のご命令はもちろん心に刻んでいるとも。だがお前も知っての通り、それは私の今の目標と矛盾しない。私はただ自分の望む実験をしているだけ。
It's all just an experiment. It's always the same with him. Experiment this, experiment that. The entire world, all of history, everything. It's just a series of experiments for him. He doesn't care about anything else.
私が嘘をつき、お前の気をそらそうとしているだけなのか。それともお前の部下が本当に危険な目に遭っているのか。
Sandro, you gotta trust that your subordinates can defend the Bureau against Dottore's subordinates.
ファデュイの兵にまで手を出すなんて狂ってる。
Does it surprise anyone that he's turning on the Fatui? After everything he's done so far?
私は自分に新たなルールを定めた。すべての人に一度だけチャンスを与えるとね。ここを離れたいのなら止めはしない。何しろ我々は仲の良い同僚。
But if she left, then we would have seen her on the way here, wouldn't we? She actually did leave. How did we miss her on the way here? Oh well.
まさかサンドローネまでこの世界の人を案じるようになるとはな。実に残念だよ。
But she never really was self-centered. That's the thing that you don't understand about her. It was just a facade.
たかが実験設計局を守るために躍起になる。そんなことで一体何を成し遂げる。
Oh, she's already far greater than you will ever be.
人質を取るなど褒められた行為ではありませんね。それとも今のあなたにとって対面など重要ではないのでしょうか。
Has honor ever meant anything to him?
対面。この手にはすでに月髄が2つ。失われた1つも間もなく完成する。新世界の神となるこの私に対面を語るとは。あまりに滑稽。
Please someone just hit him in the face. I can't take it anymore.
私から見れば
The smug bastard. Oh, I can't wait to defeat him.
だが私は慈悲深くその存在を許してやっているのだよ。
自分のしたことを必ず後悔すること。
Yes, Lumine. Fight him. Defeat him. Kill him.
私を後悔させるだけの力があればの話だ。
Are we actually fighting? Oh my god, we're actually fighting him. I think. Oh my god. Wait. This is not part of the weekly boss fight that I had to do to level up Columbina's talents. This is actually... Okay, so there is a first phase to the fight, I guess. And the weekly boss is just in the second phase, so to say. But yeah. Let's just do this and this. And where's he there? Oh wow, we are doing no damage. Oh, I can't move anymore. Oh, Alekino is here. How do you play Flints again? I don't have him, I don't know. I'm just gonna stick to Nefer. Because I actually know how to use Nefer. Oh my god, Lorm almost died there. Oh, we also have Alekino here in the 5th slot. Nice, let's go. Oh my god, we're losing HP so fast. What is happening? Okay, Lorma just died but got revived immediately, so we can't actually lose this. That's interesting. Can we not get rid of these things? Okay, if I hit them, they actually attack him, I see. This is a cool fight, but the team is just not great. Like, you have basically no off-field Hydro except for that little Aino thing that gets summoned every once in a while. But I don't really know how to control that. I think it's always when I use Lumine's skill or something. But we definitely need a bit more Hydro here. And Lumine is just not enough. Wait, he got healed to full. Is it over?
引きましょう。
Oh, we are retreating. Okay.
降伏よりも撤退の方が賢明だろう。
So Alekino is gonna cover our retreat.
まずい。
これは
Lumine?
私のことはいいからみんな逃げて。
Oh, he targeted Lumine specifically because she's the only one who could actually stop him. Or he probably just wants to experiment on a descender. Damn it. Okay, well. That's not good. What's gonna happen to Lumine now? Oh, it actually says saving here. Okay, so I guess if I close the game now, I could continue from this point. Okay, that's good to know. Where are we now? Nasha Town? Is this some kind of
さっきは言った
illusion?
ナシャタウン。どうしてここに？
Must be some kind of illusion created by Dottore.
戦いでドットーレに捕まったはずなのに、どうしてナシャタウ
Or
ン？
did we actually get teleported to Nasha Town?
どういうことか。まずは近くを調べてみよう。
おや旅人じゃないか。こんな時間にどうしたの？今日は何にする？ホットドッグ？それとも違うやつ？最近キャンペーン中でね。どうだい？
ごめん、今はお腹が空いてないんだ。
そう。じゃあとりあえず座って。食べたいものが決まったら呼んでちゃう。
みんないつもと変わらない。どうなってるの？
Yeah, this was a pretty normal conversation.
誰かと思えば常連さんじゃないか。何かサービスでもしないとな。
あの人、なんでここに？
Why is he talking like that? Like what? That seemed pretty normal to
そ
me.
れは注文を取ってからにしようと思ってね。もう仕事は終わったの？
ああ、遠くまで行ってきたから疲れたよ。でも幸いしばらく出張はないから、お前たちとゆっくり過ごせそうだ。
あの二人って夫婦だっけ？ってことは、隣の子供たちは。
Okay, so some things are different apparently. They're suddenly married and have kids. So this is not the Nasha Town we know.
お姉ちゃん、しばらく来てなかったけど、何してたの？もっと遊びに来てほしいな。
Have we met?
え、忘れちゃったの？この前、パパがうちに連れてきて、一緒にお菓子を食べたでしょ？
I have no memory of that
一体何の
because it
話？
never happened. Because this is some kind of illusion or alternate world that Dottore created or something like that.
ちょうど
Probably.
その頃、よくお客さんが来てたから、毎日大忙しだったんだよね。そうそう、ママがこう言ってたよ。お店の、あ、またお客さん。ちょっと行ってくるね。うん、ここの店主に家族がいるなんて聞いたことない。そもそもこのお店は家族経営じゃなかったはず。
Yes, something is really off about this Nasha Town.
これは偽物の
A false memory. So, similar to like what happened at that one village in Sumeru when the Loom of Fate was completed and Caribert implanted all of them with fake memories. Or maybe it's got something to do with Irminsul?
ここの看板メニューを食べないのか？
いつの間に。
He was here the entire time, Lumine.
やっぱりここにあるもの
Because
は全て幻なんだ。
this is just a cage
ここはお気に
that
入
he
り
created for you.
では場所を移そう。
Where are we now? It's one of the flowers that change color depending on Columbina's mood. Wait, what? We get to see Columbina's side of the story? Oh, okay, that's unexpected. But I definitely don't mind. Okay. Gotta log in now. This is gonna be interesting. I mean, not that I wasn't logged in before. But yeah, this Archon quest is just... It doesn't let up. It's just one thing after the other so far. I love it. And yeah, you're still alive. Of course you're a playable character, so... Playable characters don't die in this game. But yeah, the real question is, where are you and how do you get back?
ここはどこ？確か力をすべて使
Also, since she went through the Moon Gate, is she now in the same place as Tolindis and Raria? Are you gonna see Raria again?
この謎の空間が月の影の中なのかな。
Doesn't look like much.
ダメ。何も感じられない。もう一度月の扉を開いてみよう。
That's probably not gonna work. Yeah, she can't do it.
全く反応がない。内側からは開けられないってこと。
Then how do you get out?
もしここが月の
I mean, Raria got out somehow. He went through it once before. And then he appeared in Nod-Krai.
私は大丈夫なんだろう。大丈夫じゃない。ここは空気さえも重く固まっていて。
Frozen in place. So is this like a world where time doesn't flow?
力を温存しながら慎重に進もう。ドットーレの陰謀はまだ終わってない。もしまだ希望があるのなら、必ずみんなのもとに戻ってみせる。
Yes, you must return. At all costs. Okay, here we go.
静寂。ここは一体どこなの？あるいは何のためにある
There's
場所？
nothing here. Far and wide.
あれは私の
Some
力
golden
に
glow here?
反応してるみたい。
Charge attack.
金色の空爆。
Like Kuvaki.
なんか導いてるみたい。それに
Interesting.
知ってる気配がする。辿ってみよう。
Yeah, let's follow this path. There's another one over here.
どこに
That's Nasha Town during the Moon Prayer Night.
出口かな。
お帰りなさい、月神様。
ここってナシャタウン。
Yeah.
期月の夜は
Did she
もう終わった
actually go to the past, or is she just looking at the past? Huh, interesting. I can see Aino over here. And Inefa. Any other playable characters? Don't see anyone.
それではコロンビーナさん、この夜を
Oh, two Columbinas now. Yeah, this is the actual past here. But they can't see this Columbina, right?
そうする。
So this is at the beginning of the night.
ラウマ、みんな。それに私、これもしかして。
Right, it could also be memories. Memories are a big theme in Genshin. So maybe she's just looking at her memories. Somehow.
触れない。まるで見えない壁のような力で阻まれている。
Yeah, you're not actually here. You're just looking at it from the outside, basically. And this has already happened. Went right through the charm.
この中の人は私をすり抜けていく。もし期月の夜にこれから起こることを知ってたら、とにかくまずは周りを調べてみよう。ここに戻ってこれただけで。
Yeah, all these happy memories give her strength. That's so cute. Okay, so where to next? Explore the world in the mirror. That's all it says. Lumina's here, but can't see her. Oh man. It's like Act 5 and 6 all over again, where she was a ghost. Never. No reaction. Yehoda as well, yeah. What can we do in this world? Alekino, can you see us? You're connected to the moon? No? Oh, this is when Barbeloth read her fortune.
アリスの言った通り、今回の季月の夜はなかなか面白いことになっておるようだ。
あそこは確か
If anyone here can sense her, it's probably one of the Hexen Circle. Oh wait, is that why that one card got, like, you remember when she was drawing cards, one card kind of drew itself? Was it actually the future Columbina that drew that card? Is that what's gonna happen here? If so, that would mean that she can actually influence the past here. Yeah, she's drawing cards. Was right. Okay, third card. That one represents the future, and she is drawing it from the future. That would be so poetic. Yeah, she's doing it. Accidentally, but she is doing it. Yeah, it was you. It was you. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's actually influencing the past. Wait a minute. This is actual time travel. But it has already happened, so it's the kind of time travel where it's like, it's all one big loop. And whatever she does here to influence the past doesn't actually change anything because it's already happened. You know, like with that card, we already saw that happen in Act 6. Oh, I love time travel stories. I love them so much. This just made it instantly better. I wasn't thinking at first that it's actual time travel because we've had situations in Genshin before where we had like semi-time travel, you know, like the situation with Irminsul and Wanderer, where it's like the past was kind of changed, but not really. It was just the memories that were changed, and what actually happened in the past wasn't changed, but this seems like it's not just memory manipulation like Irminsul did back in the Sumeru Archon quests. It's actual influencing of the past. Actual time travel. And that, I don't think we've ever had that in Genshin before. It's always just pseudo time travel. Or something that seems like time travel on the surface but isn't really. This is so interesting. I can't wait to see what happens next. And what else she can influence from here. Or has already influenced. Yes, it did. There's definitely more to it.
死神だね。
もっと手がかりが必要そう。他のものにも触れてみよう。あれ？
What now? Oh, is she getting pulled out of the... I wanted to say out of the memory, but it's not really just a memory, right? Oh, she's calling for Lumine. Did she hear it? Did Lumine actually hear it? She's a descender after all. Special in many ways. But it's too late, she's gone. Okay, I'm guessing this means that we are gonna return to the other side of the story now? Or we're gonna return to our friends, okay, not to Lumine and Dottore. Interesting, we're getting like 3 different storylines here right now. Columbina, Lumine, and the friends. The friend group. I'm loving this. Poor Paimon. We saw in Sumeru how attached she is to the Traveler, and how hard it is for her to be separated from Lumine. And now Lumine was caught by Dottore.
そなたの気持ちは痛いほどわかる。旅人の件は私たちの責任だ。
言わないでくれ。オイラだって子供じゃないんだ。あいつを見せ
Paimon has actually grown so much as a character, which is one of the reasons why I find it so sad that everyone just constantly hates on her. Because she's genuinely so much better now than she was back in like 1.0, for example. She actually got character development over the years. Slowly but surely. Like, I totally get the complaints about her being a bit annoying in like the early stages of the game, like the 1.0 era, 2.0 era. But even back then I wasn't hating her, but yeah, she wasn't the greatest character. But like, ever since like Sumeru, I feel like she's just gotten better and better. And is not nearly as annoying now as she used to be. And actually, you know, like in moments like this, we see, compared to what I just mentioned with Sumeru, where she had this strong reaction to being separated from travel. Now she's like, no, I'm not a little kid anymore. I can handle it. Don't worry. Like, that is character growth. Because she went through so much with the Traveler. And has been such a good travel companion the entire time. Always trying to help. Sometimes even a bit funny. Like, Paimon is so underrated and underappreciated by the community.
でも
Yeah, she can't hold it back completely. Let it out,
あい
Paimon.
つは今
It's okay.
一人ぼっちだ。もし何かあったらどうしよう。一緒にいられない時間がこんなに続くなんて。あいつ
Nah, she's not gonna die, Paimon, don't worry. She's the main character.
旅人を救出しよう。共に行動したことで窮地に陥ったのだから、私も皆も決して見捨てはしない。ここへ戻る道中、こちらの方々と情報交換をして、いくつか確認が取れた。ドットーレの研究所は、ここ数日で建てられたものではない。内部にあった大量の魔物のサンプルは、おそらく彼が様々な技術を開発するために用意してい
Yeah,
る。
we saw a bunch of wild hunt monsters there that he researched on, and also some other monsters.
黄金の国ヒュペルボレイアの共栄との接触を通じてドットーレは月に関する知識とその地の技術を一部手にした。それをもとに彼は天外の蒼月に代わる人造月髄を作り始めたようだ。
But the artificial moon marrow is not yet complete, right? That's what I gathered from what he was saying at his lab. But it's close to completion.
コロンビー
You
ナ
gotta prevent that.
ドットーレはテイワットから拒絶されていない。おまけに2つの月髄を手にしただけで私たち全員を上回る
Yeah, he is extremely powerful, that's for sure.
3つ目の月髄が完成すればドットーレは3月の力を完全に掌握する。つまりテイワットの原初の力を手に入れることになるだろう。
Well, will they though? Because let's not forget that the Shades still exist. And I don't know, I don't believe that the Shades would just let that happen. They have to intervene at some point. Didn't they actually even say in that animated short that was released before Nod-Krai, where we saw the Shades for the first time in person, didn't they actually say that it might be time to intervene soon? Like, maybe we are actually gonna see the Shades in this Archon quest, that would be insane. But like, with what Dottore is doing here, they kinda have to intervene, right? Because the primordial powers they are talking about here, the powers that originally belonged to the moon goddesses, are now the powers that the Shades have, right? The power over life, death, time, and space. What is Dottore's plan for dealing with the Shades? Because even if he becomes a moon god, he alone is not gonna be powerful enough to defeat all the Shades. The representatives of the frickin' heavenly principles.
そんなことになったら。
ああ、彼の学習能力と野心はファデュイの中でも群を抜いている。ドットーレがどんな強行に及ぶかは誰にも予測できない。
Yeah, he wants to turn himself into the most powerful person in Teyvat, basically.
このままじゃ世界は破滅だ。
3月の力は時間と空間にも影響を及ぼすことができる。
Okay, they're specifically mentioning time and space here, after we just got the time travel moment in Columbina's side of the story. I see what you did there, writers. You're all setting this up to be one huge time loop or something like that. I can't wait to find out how this all actually resolves.
しかもすでに影響は出始めてる。ここに戻る途中、ナドクライの一部地域が正体不明のエネルギーに包まれててね。 証拠はないけど、ドットーレの仕業だろう。ただ、その意図は謎だけど。
悪い出来事に直面するよりも、必ず起こると知っていながら、それがいつ訪れるかわからないことの方が、よほど心を
Yeah, but we have to find some way to deal with this.
ファデュイ執行官の博士はモンドでも幾度となく犯罪を
Wait,
繰
could
り返して
that, what they were just talking about, that part of Nod-Krai that is enveloped by an unknown energy, could that be where Lumine currently is? Where that fake Nasha town is? Did he, like, create a fake world inside that blocked off part of Nod-Krai? Yeah, maybe that's the case. One of our knights were former knights. His father was murdered. Oh, okay, okay. Talking about Diluc here, I see.
ドットーレ。奴の思想と行動は一般人はもちろんどの国にとっても危険だ。
あの男の世界には仲間なんて存在しないのさ。信じてるのは自分。
Yeah, he has a serious god complex. He thinks that everyone else is nothing compared to him.
そして利益にしか興味がない。ドットーレの人間関係は全てが利得の上で成り立っている。執行官たちは各々の利益を追求してきた。上皇陛下の慈悲により、それらを保有することも許されている。
Yeah, that Tsaritsa surely doesn't approve of what he's doing here.
というわけではない。ドットーレのこたびの行動は、ファデュイの枠をはるかに超えたものだ。力を奪い神になろうとするなど、上皇陛下の進化として、これほどの不忠と僭越があるだろうか。三月の力を有したまま、上皇陛下に忠誠を誓うわけもない。執行官の中でも、ドットーレは最も利己的な人物だからな。
よりによって、そんな奴に捕まるなんて。ダメだ、早く助けないと。お願いだ、オイラと一緒にあいつを助けに行ってくれ。
We are gonna find a way, don't worry, Paimon. Also, the voice acting is, like, so freaking good. I mean, Aoi Koga is always great as Paimon, but I really felt the emotion she put in this voice line.
パイモン、必ず共に行く。だから、今は冷静になってほしい。
気持ちはわかるが、相手はあのドットーレだ。軽はずみな行動は命取りになる。もっと情報が必要だ。
それに、博士が研究所にまだいるとも限らない。助けに行くにしても、まずは旅人の居場所を突き止めないと。私が何とかしよう。
おいらも冷静にならなきゃってことは分かってるけど、怖いんだ。もしあいつに何かあったら、旅人は強い。でも人間だ。怪我すれば血が出るし、痛みだって感じる。
That may be the case, but there are some things where she definitely is very unlike anyone else. She is a descender after all. Even if some of her powers are sealed still, there must be something that she can do against Dottore. Aside from just being immune to his time-stopping ability. Oh, hi. Look who it is. Sandrone is here.
サンドローネ。
サンドローネの嬢ちゃん、大丈夫だったのか？
荷物はそこに置いて、気をつけてよ。
Oh, what has she brought? Some kind of weapon?
見ての通り、大事なものだけ回収して撤退してきたところよ。
Oh, just the personal belongings? Okay.
ドットーレのエネルギー領域に飲み込まれてしまったの。
Oh wow, the energy field even swallowed up the design bureau. That's not good.
あのマッドサイエンティスト、本当に狂っているわ。いつも新しいものに目がくらんで、猟奇的な行動をとって。
He's always been full psycho. I mean, he tried to create a god in Sumeru. And if I remember correctly, Nahida even called him out on how that is actually something that Tsaritsa wouldn't approve. And his answer was something like, doesn't matter, I only care about my experiments. Yeah, so even back then he was already a psycho. But yeah, now even more than before. He's just gone completely crazy.
泣きたいなら好きなだけ泣きなさい。
Oh wow. Didn't expect that from Sandrone. She's really mellowed out over the course of these Archon quests.
パイも
思い切り泣くといいさ。恥ずかしがることなんてない。怖くてどうしようもないときは、そうやって発散するのも大事だ。
この子が涙を流している間に、大人の私たちはやるべきことをやりましょう。
What are you gonna
何か
do?
分かったのか？
プロニア、スキャンして。
What is going on?
あなたも手を。
What is wrong with their hands?
こんな状況であなたと握手することになるとは思いませんでした。
What is going on here? What is
あな
wrong?
たとあなたも。
What did Dottore do to them?
ドットーレのやつ、私たちに細工したみたい。研究所へ行った人全員に呪いのようなものがつけ
Oh,
られているわ。
well. As if it wasn't already bad enough. Now we have curses on us?
今のところ異常はありませんが、まだ効力を発揮していないということでしょうか。その目的と発動条件を解明する方法は？
おそらくドットーレが月神の力で作ったものね。ちょっと待って、今解析中だから。ドットーレ、
また悪質なものを作り出したようだ。
エネルギー構造を解析した途端、暗号文が頭の中に浮かび上がってきたわ。
Did he anticipate that Sandron would analyze it?
ファデュイの暗号規則に基づいて解読すると、こんなメッセージが出てきた。
Yeah.
好きなだけ逃げるといい。
He's once again one step ahead.
などくらいで死
Damn
ぬ
it.
前。
俺たちを嘲笑ってるようだな。
ええ、あいつはそういうやつなのよ。しかも嘲笑うだけでは終わらないでしょうね。この暗号文にも呪いにも殺意や悪意は感じられなかった。つまり何の感情も持たずに平然とこんなことをやっているのよ。
This is him at his least malicious?
彼
Seriously?
には人は誰しも死を恐れているように見えるのだろう。だからこそこのような脅しに効果があると思っ
He
てい
can't
る
be
のかも
that
しれない。
stupid.
虫巣が走るね。しかも、そんな奴に旅人が捕まってるなんて。
考えてみれば、ドットーレは昔から猟奇的で興味を持ったものにはとことん執着していた。
などくらいに来たばかりの頃、あいつはこう言っていたわ。この世界はあまりに退屈だ。
Such as the gods or the sender, yeah.
そそられるものもある。
Of course he would be interested in a being like the Traveler.
ってね。あいつにとってそういった存在は未知の開拓そのものであり、観察すべき対象なの。
Understand as much as he can so he can become one of them.
ああ、旅人
He
は
just wants to be
生活
special
の降臨者。その
because he
情報
was
は
born as a
非公
normal
開の
guy
間ですでに共有されている。
and he can't take it. So he developed a god complex.
ドットーレが手間をかけて捉えた以上、すぐには手にかけないだろう。
Yeah, he's just gonna conduct experiments on her. I mean, they've already started in that fake Nasha town.
そうね。それにドットーレの暗号文には何か意図が隠されているはず。逃げるよう促しているってことは、むしろ絶対になどくらいを離れちゃいけないってことよ。あいつの呪いはなどくらいを離れた途端に発動
Let's
する
hope you're
のか
right
もしれ
about
ない。
that. Oh, Durin. Haven't seen you yet in the Sarkon
エ
quest.
ネルギー領域をいくつか見つけたよ。アルベドが今その結界の構造を解析してる。僕は先に戻って
So there are multiple energy fields, not just one,
博士が作り出した領域は
and they're
ゆっくり
growing.
と広がってる。しかもそのスピードは最初より増してるみたい。もしかするとなどくらい全部を飲み込もうとしてるのかも。
まったくとんでもない野心だな。このままじゃなどくらいどころかデイワット全体に影響が及ぶ。
This seems even more serious than the Raria situation.
よりによって
And he was a freaking sinner.
コロンビーナさんまで。
but not at full power. And I'm wondering, Dottore as he is now is probably not Sinner level yet. Probably stronger than the weakened Raria, but he probably couldn't defeat like Surtelori, for example. But when he gets all 3 Moon Marrows and becomes a proper Moon God, then he would be Sinner level probably, at least, right? Because the Moon Goddesses were implied to be on the same level as the Shades. And the Shades, they are even stronger than the Sinners, right? Or about the same level? I'm not sure. Either way, he's gonna be way too freaking powerful. I mean, Raria came back from there. So, there's still a chance. Yeah, you're not wrong about that, Sandron. But yeah, also the way Sandron sounds like here, she's just in denial. She's like, she doesn't want to accept that Columbina is dead. And, you know, she isn't. But they don't know that. So Sandron is, of course, really worried about her.
大きな戦いを前にして、こちらは要を2人も失ってしまいました。
旅人の手がかりを探さなければ、それにやらなければならないこともある。
ああ、ドットーレの行動がどんな事態を招こうと、住民の避難は必須だ。旅人の救助と避難誘導、同時に進めていこう。
Yeah, we also have to evacuate everyone here. On top of the rescue mission. This is gonna be difficult. Neighboring nations like Natlan. We can send Paimon to talk with Malvika. Or I guess we could also evacuate them to Snezhnaya. Okay. There's something you can do, Paimon. You can go to Natlan and ask our friends there for help. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You have so many friends all across the world. And surely Malvika is willing to take in some refugees. Oh, okay. Who's next? Is it back to Lumine or back to Columbina? Let's see. Columbina, okay. She's back in the world beyond the Moon Gate. Yeah, that force probably doesn't want you interfering with the past too much. Definitely not just a coincidence. I mean, it was just mentioned in the previous scene that the Moon Goddesses had power over time and space, and yeah, makes sense if the Shades' powers originally came from them. So maybe this world is a remnant of that power. It probably does, so you shouldn't do it too many times. Even if it's tempting to try and change the past. But again, it's not really changing the past because it's already happened, you know, like with that card on Moon Prayer Night. She didn't actually change anything. Let's see. There's another glowing spot over here. Where is it gonna lead us this time? Yeah, it's different now. Oh, we can touch it. Okay. Or do I have to attack them? Oh, hold and aim. Okay, I see. So we just do this until we got all of these fragments. This looks different though. This is not Moonprayer Night, is it?
長くいられるよう頑張ってみよう。
Yeah, it's not Moonprayer Night. We probably went even further into the past.
星と深淵を目指せ。ようこそ冒険者協会へ。あれ、ここ季月の夜じゃない。
Yeah, where exactly are we now? I mean, of course in Nasha Town, but I mean, where in the timeline?
号外号外、最新のナシャ速報だよ。
The latest Nasha Express?
私の記憶にある場所と。
Yeah, it's not your memories, Columbina. But maybe if we read the newspaper, we can find out what time it is.
飾り付けもない。季月の夜が終わった後のナシャタウン。計画は街に何の影響も与えなかった。それとも三月の力が使われたせいで誰も気づいてないとか。他の人に触れるか。
Okay, this guy is still here, so we are probably not a century in the past or something like that.
じゃあ次は何をすればいいんだ。
And Paimon is here. Okay, so it's after the traveler arrived.
パイモン。
まずは何より魔女を見つけねば。
Oh, this is when they were looking for Nicole. And at that time, Columbina was a ghost, so the other Columbina is also right here somewhere. The past Columbina.
それにラウマと旅人。
やっぱここはファディ
And this is where like Columbina went through Lumine and then Lumine turned around because she could kinda sense her.
旅人。
Wait. That's what actually... She didn't sense the ghost Columbina. She sensed the future Columbina. Oh my god, what a twist. That's what happened here. I was actually wondering about that because the way the other scene went was like the ghost Columbina went through Lumine, but then Lumine just continued walking and walking and walking for like 10 seconds or so before she actually turned around and was like, oh, Columbina? And I was like, wait, if she felt her when she went through her, then why did she only turn around like 15 seconds later? Because it wasn't actually the ghost Columbina that she felt. It was the future Columbina. Oh my god, I'm loving this. I already mentioned it, but I love time travel stories and this is so good right now. I wonder what else was influenced by future Columbina. What other moments were there? Let me try to think of anything. I don't know. Wait! I actually thought of something. I think it was Act 2? Act 1 or 2? I think Act 2, where we went to that old library with Flints, and someone like pulled out the exact books that we needed to find the information that we needed. Some kind of ghost, you know, and we didn't really know who that was, and we still don't know. Like, I just assumed that it probably was like Nicole or Alice that somehow, you know, helped us from afar. But no, that was probably future Columbina, now that I think about it. That would make sense. Oh my god, they've planned this from the beginning. I mean, of course they have. They obviously plan the entire story years ahead. But I always love it when in time travel stories it all comes together like this and you suddenly realize what was happening at the beginning was because of what happened in the future. You know, like in Steins Gate, where in the first episode you have no idea what's going on, and then at the end you realize how so much was foreshadowed in the first episode, and there was so much going on that you just didn't understand yet. I love stories like that. Steins Gate is one of my favorite anime, and this kind of gives me the same vibes right now.
触れた。ここにいるよ。
She can't actually hear you though.
旅人？
行こうぜ。ぼーっとしてる場合じゃないぞ。あれ、待って。
Yeah, Columbina's realizing it now as well.
これって私が消えていた時に起きたことだよ。
Yep.
あの時私はあそこに立ってて、もう誰も見つけてくれない。
But we did find you again. And we will do it a second time.
旅人が呼んでくれたからみんなについていこうと思ったけど。
Yeah, so if she hadn't reached out here, then her past self, her past ghost self, wouldn't have followed them, and then everything would have been different.
もしかして彼女が振り返ったのは今の私が触ったから。
Yeah, that's what really happened.
この空間は本当に過去を変えられる
No,
って
again,
こと？
like before, it's not changing the past because it's already happened, you know? The card being drawn, Lumine turning around, it's all already happened. You're not actually changing anything.
今追いかければあれ
And now she's gonna get pulled out again. Yeah. And we are back here.
あの引力は私が現実に干渉するたびに引き離そうと
Yeah,
する。
because it's probably forbidden to mess with time like that.
まるでここから出るのを阻むかのように。
Or it just wants to keep her here. I guess that's also possible.
力がどんどん弱くなって
Don't exert your strength for these little glimpses of the past.
次は別の方法を探さなきゃ。絶対に諦めない。必ずみんなに未来を伝えないと。
Okay, where are we now? Back to Lumine. Okay. Now she's an empty void.
突然暗闇の中に取り残された。どうなってるの？まるで何かに囚われてるような感じ。ドットーレの力は
Maybe he is.
空間さえも支配できるようになったってこと。
そうやってじっとしているお前は見慣れないな。ごきげんよう、旅人。
And suddenly we are back in Nod-Krai. Well, not the real Nod-Krai.
ドットーレは機嫌がいいみたい。あれ、後ろにあるのって。
Oh, there are all three moon marrows here. The eternal moon marrow, iridescent moon marrow, and this is his artificial moon marrow, right? So, is it done? Has he actually completed it? Is that why he's in such a good mood?
ああ、気づいたか。これは完成した
Trilune.
月だ。本物の月髄が2つと人造月髄が1つ。
So you need this device to have the power of a moon god? Look what you need to mimic a fraction of the actual moon goddess's power. Well, it's not actually a fraction. It's the real deal.
よろしい。ぜひその畏敬の念を持ち続けてもらいたい。
It's not reverence.
先ほどの
Man, I just wanna shut him up so bad.
実に素晴らしいパフォーマンスを見せてくれた。相変わらず勇敢で無謀だ。勇敢は英雄の証であり、無謀は向上心のある者だけが手にする栄冠。おっと、これは決してお前をけなしている
Yeah,
わけではないぞ。
Everything you say sounds like you're just belittling the person you're talking to.
3つの月。まさか人造月髄が完成したってこと？
どうだ、人造の月とはいえ、本物と見まがう出来だろう。
Nah, the other two look better.
ドットーレ、まさかここで現実とは違う幻影の世界を作ってるの？
そんなことを気にするより、目の前にあるものの本質を理解してもらいたい。この美しい町では、人々が平和に暮らしている。盗みを働こうとする者もいなければ。
Oh, okay. So he's one of those guys who's like, when I'm gonna be the god, everyone is gonna be happy. It's gonna be paradise. Kinda like Sunday in Star Rail.
これまでに集めた情報によれば、お前の考え方や認識は一般人の範疇にある。つまりこのような光景を好ましく感じるはずだ。
偽りの幸せなんてただのごまかしに過ぎないし。
Yeah.
誰も喜びは
Beautifully put, Lumine. Couldn't have said it better.
モラルが高すぎるのか。 それとも現実に期待を寄せすぎている
Just teleporting all over the place.
一つ質問をしよう。もし生まれた瞬間から夢の中にいて苦しみを知らずに過ごした者がいたとしたら
And he's even talking about dreams like that. It really does sound like Sunday.
どちらが幸せだろうか。
そんなの詭弁だよ。あなたのしたこととは何の関係もない。
予想通りだな。お前はまだここの本質を分かっていないようだ。
Well then, enlighten us.
そ
Oh
んな話を
great
する
God.
ために私をここに連れてきたの。
のんきなものだ。ただ会話をするためだけにお前を捕らえたとそう思っているのか。
私を殺さないのは何か目的があるからなんでしょ。だってあなたはもう絶対的な力を手に入れてるんだから。
ほう、ちゃんと事実を理解しているようで何よりだ。前回お前と対峙したのは確かスメールでのことだった。
Yeah, how time flies. Feels like that was so long ago.
時が経つのは早いもの
But it
だ。
was just
お前も私も
3 years, right?
過ごした。
Since Sumeru? So much has happened since then.
アルレッキーノとサンドローネがお前と手を組んでいるのは少しも意外ではない。お前はいつもそうやって誰とでも自然に関係
It's called being a genuinely good person who everyone can rely on. Something you know very little about.
人々はお前を英雄と称えるが、私はそれだけではないように思う。おっと、これは褒め言葉ではないぞ。
今までもそんな風に敵のことを評価してきたの。
ああ、そうだとも。私はあくまで研究者。観察対象に客観的な評価を下すのが務めだ。ただお前は勘違いをしている。今この瞬間、私たちは敵同士ではない。
Well, that's where you're wrong. We definitely are opponents.
よく思い出してみて。
No matter what you say, and no matter what your little experiment with Luminous.
アルレッキーノ、カピターノ、コロンビーナ、そしてサンドロー
All the harbingers we've met. Well, except Signora, I guess.
彼らと協力できたのだから、私ともできるはずだ。
Work with you over my dead body.
よくそんなことが言えるね。
できないとなぜ言い切れる。善人は善人とだけ付き合い、悪人は悪人としか交友関係を結べないとでも言うのか。
Nope.
まさか交友関係を結ぶ基準を友情や尊敬できるか否かだけとは思っていないな。
And what could possibly be the benefit of working with you? Oh, let me guess. He's probably gonna offer to bring back Columbina to help us with that. That's the only thing I can think of that would like genuinely maybe make Lumine team up with him. But at the same time, I don't think Lumine actually will. I would be very disappointed. I don't want to team up with him. But yeah, for him it's all just about people benefiting each other. He doesn't get actual friendship. Just doesn't understand.
しかしそれらの枠を外すと、結局のところ、人と人との間にあるのは相互利益に他ならない。
Yeah, it's just about mutual benefit for him. And everything else is just ethical framework. What a psychopath.
お前とも利益の上で関係を結びたいのだ。
博士が言ってることは本心みたいだし、私を捕まえるためにずっと
Yeah, for what exactly?
だと思う。相手は今
But he could also offer her the spaceship, if he knows where it is. That's the other thing besides Columbina that might tempt her. But she wouldn't betray her friends and work with him just for a spaceship. But yeah, that's also a good point here by Lumine, that it might be best to just pretend to negotiate and maybe even team up with him, just to not get killed immediately.
相互利益って言ってるけど、そもそも3つの月を持ってて神を名乗ってるあなたに
The powers of a descender?
入らないものなんてあるの？
いい質問だな。だが答える前に、 同じ問いをお前にしよう。コロンビーナとの協力は確かに得難いものだが、月髄は今私が握っている。
You will never have the edge over her.
彼女よりも完璧だ。この人造月髄はテイワットに拒絶されていない。その身分と血筋は旧世界の誇りではあるが、それは同時に彼女の枷であり、永遠にテイワットに溶け込めない。
So you're better than Columbina, that's what you're saying? More worthy of an alliance? You really don't understand anything. For someone so smart, Dottore, you're actually really freaking stupid. I guess he just really doesn't understand human relationships at all. Not even a tiny little bit. There's zero understanding. And that's his biggest weakness.
3つの月の神がお前に与えられないものなどあろうか。いや、ないだろう。欲しいものがあるのなら私を頼ればいい。
嘘つきの狂人なんかと取引するわけ。
Yes. Yeah, again, like I said before, it probably would be smarter to, you know, pretend to team up with him. But I'm so with Numin here. F Dottore.
そこまで非難されるとは。もしや怒らせるためにわざとやっているのか。
Oh, now he's gonna say, I've grown beyond worldly emotions like anger. You can't provoke me. He's so arrogant. Yeah.
例えば、クラクサナリデビがお前と協力し、私に歯向かってきた時もそうだ。
Also, that actually got to him? What we did in Sumeru? Good.
だが今は違う。裕福な者が貧しい者と争うことがないように、私もそんなことで思い悩むことがなくなった。
Yeah, full on God complex. He's trying to pretend that he's not human anymore, that he's beyond all these emotions. As if you're just a clown, Dottore, not a god. You're actually the entire circus.
人と人との関係は、所詮感情や利害関係から抜け出せないものだ。だが神と人であれば違う。私は極地へと至り、かつてない視点を手に入れた。そしてお前もまた、そこらの存在とは一線を画すものだ。
Forcing you to sit down like that.
世界を見せてやろう。
And now we are on the ocean in front of the bureau. Oh, we can actually walk around. Okay. You're saying that you can control these most common of behaviors now? We don't even have a choice of where we walk and sit down. It's gonna make us fly. Yeah, we're walking in the air now. So he's basically demonstrating that he can influence the rules of the world. Yeah, that's nice and all. But that's not how you convince Numin to team up with you. He thinks that overwhelming power is everything it takes to convince anyone that he's the best choice for a teammate, so to say. Ah, but he's so wrong. Anyway, he's talking about the heavenly principles now. Life, death, time, and space. Yeah, the 4 shades. So now we're getting to the juicy lore. Okay. I'm excited for this.
湖に落ちた者はもがき苦しみながら溺れ、追いゆく者は孤独となり、孤独な者は老いてゆく。そしてこの4つの事象が世界を形作り、人間を束縛する。だがあの者たちはその枠を超え、
So is he actually trying to declare war on the shades? On the freaking heavenly principles?
人は公平を望むが、この世に公平などあるだろうか。神が地にひれ伏し、 生きとし生ける者のしもべであると認めない限り、ルールを定めたのは誰か。我々を束縛する権利を持つのは
He wants to create his own rules. I said it before, but I don't think the Heavenly Principles are gonna let that stand. They have to intervene at some point. There's an ability I can use with T, but should I really? Because that's probably Dottore's ability. What did that do, actually? Let's try this again. Oh, it just kills it. Okay. So he wants us to use his power here. But can I actually defeat them without that? Let's see. I mean, we're doing decent damage, so it might be possible. Hey, stop. Oh, they're regenerating. Okay. So you have to defeat them like this. I see. We have to do what the doctor is telling us to do. I hate it, but we have no choice. Oh, even the Radiant Moonfly? Can we one-shot this one as well? That we can. Absolute power. Again, that's not how you convince Lumine. It's just not. He really doesn't understand that. Okay, now we're swimming through the sky. The power that predates life, death, time and space. Predates the shades, yeah, the moon goddesses. They were there before. Souls controlled. He really is just insane. An insane psycho. Also, but that doesn't make them any less evil. Again, like, he's trying so hard here to convince Lumine, but I don't think it's working. It's not working on me. Oh yeah, you've sacrificed yourself to be the villain so that the world can progress. Is that what you're saying here? He's so full of himself. He's basically saying, I'm not really actually a villain, it's just everyone else who's wrong. Oh my god. And precisely because you are a villain, Lumine is gonna reject you. Get to the point.
私が降臨者だから。
その通り。
でもそれがあなたに何の関係があるの？
私は自身の悪行も私心も欲望も隠さない。真の研究者とは私のようであるべきだ。だが私のような求道者でさえテイワットを研究するうちに次第にうんざりしてくるのだ。各地を巡り多くの者と出会ってきたお前は 冒険の中で様々な瞬間を過ごしてきた。誤解されたり、追われたり。
Okay, so you know everything about her, so what?
あちこち駆け回り、私の友人パンタローネからもちっぽけな報酬を受け取っている。
So is Pantalone the one who actually, like, provides the funds for the Adventurers Guild? I guess.
退屈だと思わないのか？この繰り返しの日々を。
This kind of feels like a meta commentary here about the players who log in every day just to claim the daily rewards. I'm one of them. Yeah, I play this game daily. So what? I'm still having fun with it. And yes, admittedly, sometimes I do grow a bit weary, you know. But Genshin is still such a great game that so far I haven't really gotten tired of it. At least not to the point where I would drop it. Not even close.
私はあなたと違って生きることに真剣に向き合ってるし、この旅を楽しんでる。
何も違わないではないか。私も生きることに
That is completely different.
興味のあるものは何でも研究している。
He just really doesn't understand, huh? Doesn't understand what makes Lumine Lumine.
人造月髄もその一つだ。コロンビーナの生まれ持った特別さな
That's where you're wrong. Columbina is way more irreplaceable than some crazy researcher like you will ever be. Columbina is so much more than just a moon marrow. She is irreplaceable because she's a friend. Oh, I can't wait for her to return and then to see the look on your face. I hope your mask breaks so that we actually see the look in your eyes when Columbina returns, more powerful than you could ever dream. At least I hope she will.
いい加減にして。あなたのせいでコロンビーナは消えたんだよ。
別に怒らせようとこんな話をしたわけではないのだが。
It's not about that. He just... I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but he just really doesn't understand human interactions and human relationships at all. He has zero understanding. He's so smart, but like so stupid at the same time. He really thinks that our relationship with Columbina was just about mutual benefit. Was just about what Columbina can do for us. What an idiot. That's exactly why he's gonna lose, because if he doesn't understand such simple things, then there's no way he could ever beat Lumine and her friends. Not with all the power in Teyvat.
血縁者が歩んだ道をたどり、旅の終点で彼から答えを得るのだろう。
あなたみたいな人に誰かを思う気持ちなんて理解できるわけない。
理解できないからといって助けられないとは限らないではないか。例えば今すぐお前の兄をここに連れてきて目の前で答えを聞かせてやることもできる。
And I'm pretty sure Lumine will pass too. This is not how she wants to reach the end of her journey and reunite with Ether.
ふざけないで。あなたなんかに私とお兄ちゃんのことは永遠
We
に
checked him, Lumine. We checked him at every turn. We checked him with every fiber of your being. Make him realize that even with all his power, he can't make you turn your back on Columbina.
誤解があるようだな。私は3つの月の力を持つがゆえに、それを約束できるのだよ。ところで、お前はなぜこの世界を旅している？
Because the journey is just as important as the destination.
心の底から旅を望んでいるのか？それとも避けようのないものだからか？これまで費やしてきた時間、乗り越えてきた苦難、それらは本当にお前が望んだことなのか？多くの友を得てきたお前だが、心の奥底にある空白が何を望んでいるのか？お前が求めているのは家族か友人か？彼らはそれを知りながら何もしてこなかった。そうだろう。
Trying to turn her against her friends? As if he could ever.
だが私は違う。私は親切だからな。
He's trying so hard to convince her That makes me think he can't force her. He doesn't have actual power over Lumine. Because of her status as a descender, she can resist him, and that's why he's trying so hard to convince her. He needs her for something, but he can't force her, even with the power he has now. Let's find out if I'm correct.
博士の言葉は人が望むことを的確についてる。私だってわかる。感謝の気持ちを知らない他人、処理しきれない面倒ごと、終わりの見えない捜索。
Yeah, but still, that doesn't mean that what he's saying is correct.
お兄ちゃんに会いたい。こんなに長い道を歩いて、これほどの経験をして、私がお兄ちゃんにどれだけ会いたいか。今この瞬間、お兄ちゃんも
Oh, that's a nice CG.
どこか遠くで私のことを思ってくれてるのかな。
Oh no, both of them? This is so cute.
さて、
And we are back at the
これ
curatorium.
から各組織と連絡を取り、住民に状況を説明して避難させなきゃならない。
ナドクライの住民は四方に散っている。人口が最も集中しているのは南に位置する3つの島とピラミダだ。ヒーシ島とナシャタウンはラウマさんに任せていいだろうか。ファデュイの面々とピラミダは私が引き受けよう。
ああ。
Okay.
私はナタとスネージナヤの
So after everyone is evacuated, what are we gonna do then? Because we still have to take care of the Dottore situation somehow.
ファデュイ部隊と共にスネージナヤへ向かってもらい。
And yeah, reaching out to Natlan and Snesnaya now. Alekina already said she's gonna reach out to Snesnaya, so I guess Natlan is Paimon's job.
南側の者はボイニッチ商会に協力を求めよう。私は信者たち、それからファルカさんと共に住民をナタまで護送する。
ボイニッチ商会は非分の館と信仰がある。英月氏が信頼と主導権を握れるよう手紙を書こう。ヤフォだ、あんたも手伝ってやりな。ラウマ一人じゃ手が回らないだろうからね。
願いが叶ったようだな。まさかネフェルが自分の右腕を一日貸してくれるとは。
Yeah, for once it's not about profit. She's just giving you Yehuda just like that.
一日くらいなら構わないさ。けどそれを超えたらレンタル料が発生する。
Yeah, yeah, of course.
ボス、あたいの意思は。
おっと、悪かったね。じゃあ、ヤフォダはどう思ってるんだい？
姉さんはあたいの大切なボスで、シカ姉はその目を直してくれた。だから、蒼月の子で2、3日くらい手伝ってもいいって思ってる。
2、3日ね。まったく。いつの間にラウマに懐いたんだか。
Yehuda's just a good person.
自分を安く見積も
You are as well, deep down. You're just trying really hard to hide it. Nefer is kind of like the opposite of Dottore in a way. Because Nefer always like makes it seem like she's all about profit and stuff and about getting information and not helping out for free. But deep down she really wants to help and she does care. And Dottore, he's trying so hard to make it seem like he's doing this all for the betterment of the world. And he can give so much to people, you know, like Lumine can help her. But deep down, he does not care. And he doesn't want to help. And he's just selfish. So yeah, kind of polar opposites, Nefer and Dottore. In some ways at least.
ところで、姉さんは一緒に来ないのか？
全員で住民の対応に当たったら他の仕事をする人がいなくなるだろう。サンドローネはコロンビーナが死ぬわけないって言ってたし、旅人も助けないとならない。
姉さん、あたい心配だよ。避難対応が済み次第、そちらに合流しよ
う。合流？そんな必要があるなんて言ってないけど。
私には必要なのだ。それに、そなたのやり方を見てきた限り、共にいた方が良いだろう。
そんなの気にすることないってのに。今は自分たちの行動がうまくいくかを心配しとくれ。
どんなトラブルが起こるかはわからないけど、アイノたちにもできることがあると思うの。 アイノとイネファはナシャタウンの住民を手伝って物資の整理や荷造りをするつもりだよ。
Yep, everyone is helping, even Aino.
ナドクライの重要な研究成果と技術サンプルを保管し、住民をナタまで護送する。はい、了解しました。全力で任務を遂行します。
ああ、頼んだぞ、ジョーちゃんたち。
ライトキーパーには連絡済みですので、後ほど同僚が手を貸してくれます。いわゆる
A
人工
colleague of
戦術
his?
というもので、
Is it gonna be Luger?
地域をつぶさに調べ、
Are we actually gonna meet him in this Archon quest?
私はこの機会にスメールに戻らせていただきますわ。ナドクライの現状を宗神様にお知らせする必要があります。
Yeah, good point actually. You go talk to Nahida. Maybe she can help.
ああ。それとモンドへの連絡はドゥリンに任せよう。なんたって走るより飛ぶ方が早いからな。
And Mondstadt as well. Wait, are we gonna get all the Archons here? You know, Malvika is gonna get notified by Paimon, then Dori is gonna go to Sumeru to talk to Nahida. Durin is gonna go to Mondstadt, so maybe Venti is gonna come here. Maybe he can get the other Archons here as well, somehow? Imagine all the Archons versus Dottore. I don't actually think that's gonna happen, but it would be kinda cool.
もし十分な速さをアピールできれば、飛行免許の試験を免除できるかもしれない。まあ、
じゃあ頑張らないと。
Okay, so he's gonna get his gliding license for this. Okay. That's a nice reward, I guess.
サンドローネさんの研究を手伝うことにするよ。さっき錬金術について話を聞きたいって言われたんだ。
Sandrone and Albedo teaming up to do some research. Now that is a strong team. They could probably rival Dottore as researchers. Or well, maybe not quite, but close.
サンドローネが君を誘ったということは、その知識を認めた証拠だ。
ありがとう。実を言うと、サンドローネさんが機械以外のことに興味を持つなんて意外だったんだ。
I mean, it's her girlfriend's life on the line, so yeah, of course, she's gonna take an interest in everything that could potentially save Columbina.
彼女は最近、フォンテーヌの技術を研究しているようで、実験設計局を離れる時も、わざわざその資料を運び出したそうだ。今も部屋でそれを整理している。
Some Fontanian technology. Something related to Elaine Guillotine, maybe? Maybe something related to the Doomsday Clock? How could that help us with Dottore?
そういえば、一人ここに来てないけど、彼のことだから、きっと自主的に調査をしてくれてるだろうね。
Is he talking about Wanderer here?
今日のパイモンは物静かだが、旅人と共にナタの人々と絆を結んできたことを生かし、国境まで同行してくれるという。
Yeah, definitely.
おいらも全力で手伝うぞ。
ああ、それと忘れちゃならないのが呪いだ。サンドローネが言ったように、一部の者はドットーレに呪いをかけられちまってる。あと、俺自身はコロンビーナの無事を信じちゃいるが、事態は深刻だ。
Yeah, I also have faith.
万が一のことも考えるべきだろう。そして旅人の救出も大事になる。この二人は俺たちにとって大切な仲間だ。
よかった。
Oh, Nicole?
ここにいたのね。
I wasn't really expecting the Hexen Circle to get involved. Because at the end of Act 6, they said that Alice and Nicole had to take care of some emergency at the borders. The borders of the world, that is. But seems like at least Nicole is back now. But probably not Alice, because if Alice were here, then the story would be over in 5 minutes. Because Alice is actually one of the most powerful beings in Teyvat. She could probably defeat Dottore.
急に頭の中に声が不思議。ごめんなさい。
I know you've met her before.
こんな形でしか話せ
Why are you so
なくて
surprised about the
時間がないから
voice in your
手
head?
短に話すわね。世界の境界で起きている災害は依然として収まりを見せず、アリスは連絡が取れる魔女会のメンバーを雑用として招集して
Oh, okay, so the Hexen Circle is actually doing something here. So I guess the problem at the borders is also caused by Dottore. Yeah, no, wait, they actually mentioned that also at Act 6. Right, now I remember. It was all Dottore from the beginning. Everything. But it still means that Alice is not gonna get involved in the fight against Dottore directly. But at least Nicole is here. She'll be able to do something, right?
それからおしゃべり好きなあなたにぴっ たりな活躍の場を見つけてあげたの。これをみんなに1台ずつ渡して。
Oh, everyone gets a Dottore communication device? Nice.
それってドド通話機か？
And it has wings now.
未知のデバイス。解析中。
Conclusion cute. You are cute enough, huh?
可愛くていいものです。気に入りました。しかも今までのドド通話機とは違うのよ。
Special modified version, yeah. A version with wings. I love how she twirls her hair there.
とにかくみんな持って行ってちょうだい。この装置があればナドクライのどこにいても会話ができるようになるわ。もう行ったり来たりする必要がなくなる。
Yeah, communication is actually really important in a war. And I do consider this a war against Dottore.
すごい技術だ。ニコさんの力かい？
そうよ。アルベだったらほんと褒めるのが上手ね。危うくまた自慢話をしそうになってしま
Yeah,
う
no time for lengthy explanations.
それは今度にしましょう。さあ、準備ができたら行動開始よ。ここでみんなを見守りながら成功を祈っているわ。
Okay, now we have a map of where everyone is going. And we are with Flints now to contact the Lightkeepers. Okay. Oh yeah, Iluga is actually over there. We actually get to meet him in the Archon quest. Nice. He's gonna come out in a few weeks, along with Tsibai. I'm probably gonna roll for Tsibai on my alt account, since I don't have any Geo DPSs there yet. But here on my main account I'm saving for Waka.
フリンズさん、ちょうどいいタイミングでいらっしゃいましたね。僕も今しがた到着したところです。
イルガ坊ちゃま、お気遣いありがとうございます。
It's also interesting how he calls him Master Iluga, so I guess Iluga is higher ranked than Flints.
見ていたのになぜすぐ声をかけてくれなかったんですか？
あなたがどのくらい座っていられるのか少々気になりまして。そもそも
それはフリンズさんがいつも音もなく出てくるからでしょ。それに何度も言っていますけど、坊ちゃまなんて呼ばないでください。本物の坊ちゃまってわけでもないんですから。
Oh, okay, so it's actually not higher ranked.
礼儀作法をわきまえている方を坊ちゃまと呼ぶことに間違いはありませんよ。
フリンズさん、いや、フリンズ様、お願いですから、そうやって人を持ち上げないでください。
やはりあなたは僕をよく分かっていらっしゃる。新しい友人たちは僕を褒め上手だと言っていましたが、
みんな君の性格をまだ把握していないだけですよ。フリンズさんはいつも褒めて褒めて。
Okay. Interesting tidbit about Flint's character.
僕は今その人たちが良い知らせを手に戻ってきてくれることを。
But you should probably get to the point now. We have an evacuation to complete before the energy barrier gets here.
作戦会議を先ほど終えたのですが、現状はこうなっています。
Yeah, let's fill him in. So the Lightkeepers are obviously gonna help, right?
の住民を全員避難させた上で、ライトキーパーからも人を派遣し、ナドクライの辺境地域をくまなく見て回る。
ライトキーパーにそれだけの余力があればいいのですが。
大丈夫です。父さんがきっと全力で助けてくれますから。よそでパトロールしている人たちも一旦呼び戻して、こちらの支援に回してくれますよ。
ありがとうございます。あなた方がいてくれればきっとうまくいくでしょう。それと任務が終わったら必ず本隊と一緒にスネージ内かナタへ避難してください。
フリンズさん。
坊ちゃま、何か言いたいことがあるのでしたら僕の考えを当ててみてください。
What does Iluga want to say?
さっき他にやることがあるって言ってましたよね。
Something else?
それはとても大変
Is he talking about the fight against Dottore?
簡単とは言い難いですね。
君はライトキーパーの一員として危機が迫るたびに立ち上がり、 人々を守るべき立場にあります。ナドクライは住民全員が避難しなければならない事態にこれまで一度も陥ったことがありません。あまり出過ぎた真似はしたくありませんが、フリンズさんが無理に戦う必要なんてないと思うんです。
He kinda has, though. We need everyone for this.
実は呪いをかけられてしまいましてね。
Alright, there's also the curse. He literally can't leave Nod-Krai.
発動する可能性が高いと言われていますので、離れることができないんですよ。
そんな、どうして呪いなんか。
自分の理想のために他人を踏みにじる者はこの世に少なくありませんからね。
僕は怒っています、フリンズさん。君は軽く言っていますが。
そうですね。
どうかしましたかじゃないですよ。僕は怒っているんです。
おや、弱りましたね。起きてしまったことは仕方ありませんし、そのために僕は行動しなければなりません。
Luke is a good guy. Getting mad on Flynn's behalf like that. You can tell he cares.
飲んで落ち着いてはいかがでしょう。
ちょっと、僕の怒りなんてどうでもいいってことですか。あんまりです。
では心から遺憾の意を表します。そうですね。今度東大にお越しください。一緒に釣りをして肉でも焼きカードゲームをして、それから日光浴をしましょう。
はっきり言った方が良さそうですね。ちょっとこちらに。
あまり良い話ではなさそうですね。
What's he gonna do now?
先日、フリンズさんが恐ろしい事件に巻き込まれたと聞きました。無事で何よりですが。けど、一部の人が噂していますよ。
They're starting to catch on
フリンズさん
that he's not human.
確
かにひどい目に遭いました。ところで、その一部の人というのはあなた自身のことではありませんか？
この際だから言いますが。
Oh, Iluga has figured it out.
君は人間じゃありませんね。
おやおや、なんと恐ろしいことを。
もういいです。この話は全て片付いてからにしましょう。
いいですよ。ですがその言い方はなんだか縁起が悪いですね。
必ず生きて帰ってきてください。お願いします。
そこまで真剣に言われては約束するしかありません。それと代わりに同僚たちへお礼を伝えておいてください。皆さんのご協力に感謝します。
Okay. That was Flynn's part of the evacuation plan, but it seems like we're going back to Columbina now, since we have the flower here again. Yeah, there we are. So, let's see what's next here. Is it gonna be the scene in the library that I was mentioning before? Okay, first we have to collect these things again. There we go. And now, let's go in there. This looks like the Curatorium of Secrets. Leave key clues behind using less power. Okay, now we're with Nefa here. I think we're back in the present. Wait, is Columbina actually trying to send a message to us now in the present? That could be. I think that's what she meant with what she was just saying. And it wasn't the Curatorium she was seeing, it was probably the... What is this tavern called again? Flint's is here as well. Because Columbina said that she hopes that everyone still remembers what she said at Moonprayer Night, and they were talking about sending messages. So I think that's where this is going now. That Columbina is not actually trying to influence the past, but the present? Let's see.
上に人員を増やすよう伝えてほしいと イルーガ坊ちゃまに話してきたところでして、そういうあなたもどうやら同じような考えを持っていて、しかも物事の裏を考えずにはいられない性格のようですね。
ああ、旅人の情報を集めながらいくつか推測を確かめたいと思ってね。それにドットーレに対抗するには相当な力がいる。旅人を救出するためにも
Okay, but then why are you both here? How does being at the tavern help with that?
あんたもコロンビーナがそう簡単に死ぬはずないって思う。
I don't think anyone thinks that.
あなたと同じようにその可能性を視野に入れているだけです。ましてや彼女は神。僕たちに神のなすことを予測できるはずもありませんから。
コロンビーナが期月の夜に言ってた。
Yeah, that's what I was referring to before. Sending of messages through moonlight.
もちろんです。僕たち二人がここで出会ったのもそれが理由でしょ。
That's why we're both here. But what does the tavern have to do with that?
どの辺が調査済みだい？
ナシャタウンの月光が差す屋外はほぼ確認しましたが、特に何もありませんでした。
私も碑文の館と手がかりがありそうな屋内をいくつか確認したけど、ナシャタウンで見てない。
Okay, so they just came here after they checked a bunch of other places. And this is basically the last place where they haven't looked. I see.
ここに来たのは単なる消去法じゃないよ。
ほう。他にも何か理由が？
結局、例の謎の助っ人が誰かわかんなかった。
Yeah, the mystery ally that they were talking about. The one that showed them the books and stuff. That has to be Columbina. Oh, that was that sound. That was also Columbina.
空耳か？
There we go again.
行くよ。
どうしよう。入ってすぐ花瓶を倒しちゃった。この空間に入った時に発生した空爆の波の
That's good though. So now you got Nephers and Flint's attention.
私が追い出される気配はまだないみたい。気をつけていれば私の影響だとみなされないのかな。ここってフラッグシップ？確か旅人はここに泊まってるって言ってた。
Okay, so wait. If she just knocked over the waves and never heard that in the past, that means she's now in the past again, right? And Nefer and Flint in the future are gonna go here, gonna see the knocked over waves, but that's not gonna tell them anything. Except if Columbina leaves a message somewhere here that Nefer and Flint are then gonna find in the future. I think that's how this works.
外の酒場の方には行ったことあるけど、ここは初めて。この空間は一体どういう仕組みなんだろう。でも確かなのは、これは単なる思い出じゃないってこと。旅人の話だと、部屋はそこだったはず。
Okay, in Lumine's room. That's where she's gonna leave the message. I guess now we're in the present again? Or are they both... I don't really know right now if this is both happening at the same time, but it was kind of implied since Nefer heard the waves breaking before. That, you know, was at a different time. That Columbina's in the past right now, Nefer and Finster in the present, and they're just following the clues that Columbina left in the past. Right? They're not here at the same time, are they? Well, about that. She's not so daijoubu right now.
今はそれを考えてる場合じゃない。 まずは旅人たちに手がかりを残さないと。お願い、見つけて。
Cat?
なんだ、猫かい。
But it was Columbina who knocked over the vase.
これといったものは見当たり
Go
ませ
into
ん。
Lumine's room, come on.
確
Check
か
the
あ
room,
んたここで
please.
一晩か二晩過ごしたんだっけ？
はい。月の狩人レリルが現れる前のことです。
ここに泊まった時、何か異常を感じたことは？
フラッグシップの夜が墓場と比べて想像しかったということ以外は、そう考えると旅人さんとパイモンさんは安らぎを与えてくれるお隣さんと言えました。
二人の部屋はこっちだね。
ええ、そうです。
人の部屋に無断で入るのは良くないけど、この状況じゃ仕方ない。
You have my permission to go in there.
集中して、空吐きで壁に文字を書かなきゃ。あの期月の夜に私が言ったように、月が輝く夜に窓を開ければ、月光に自然と私のメッセージが浮かび上がるの。始めよう。今回は力を緻密にコントロールしないと。
Oh, we actually have to write this, okay. Ah, like this, I see, okay. So we have to keep it in that area. What is she writing exactly? I can't read this. There we go. It's complete. Now let's hope Flincent never find it.
あれ、外から物音。
Was it actually happening at the same time?
帰ってきたのかな。
So Columbina is in the present right now.
お願い、この文字に気づいて。
Okay, but the lighting and stuff seems very different here, like it's a different time.
どうだい？何か感知できたかい？
残念ながら。
はあ、最後の場所も空振りか。
ナシャタウンの最後に過ぎませんよ。コロンビーナさんは友人が寝泊まりしている場所にメッセージを残すと言っていました。ラウマさんの家や僕の墓所にも何か残す可能性は多い。
Come on, you can just leave. There's a message on the wall.
そうだね。
Please.
こうなったら
You have to see
あ
it.
りえそうな場所を片っ端から回るとしよう。
They probably have to use elemental energy or something, or Kuwaki, to turn the message visible.
待った。
何を待つの？おいら、食べ過ぎたみたいだ。
Okay, so yeah, Columbina is in the past, actually. I see. So they made it seem like it were Nefer and Flint's coming into the room, while Columbina was writing the message there. But it was actually Lumine and Paimon. I see, I see. So I was right after all.
そんな目で見るなよ。せっかくのお祝いなんだし、たくさん食べなきゃだろ。旅人、パイもよかった。でも、お祝い？
Because you're not in the present, Columbina. You're still in the past.
お前らが月の狩り
You're just going further and further to the past, I think.
心配したんだぞ。今ぐらい
With every space you enter.
月の狩人
Yep, it is.
って
And that's when Nefer heard the vase breaking.
あの夜なの？
It all makes sense.
前の時間まで戻っちゃったんだ。時間。この空間に入るたびに、前回よりもさらに前の現実に。
She's figuring it out.
しかも、どれも私が月の影に落ちるあの時よりも前。
Yeah, you're slowly but surely traveling to the past.
私が現実に及ぼした影響は
And now she's also realizing that it all already happened.
まさか月の影の中の時間は私が入った瞬間から過去へ向かって流れてる。
Yeah, that's probably it.
もうすぐ期月の夜だね。
Time flows backwards
今夜より
in the mirror world of the moon.
でもコロンビーナが帰っちゃうのは寂しいよな。パイモン。ダメ。前みたいに
Yeah, they won't understand.
きっと
It's
それ
not
に
that time yet.
また無理やり引き戻されちゃう。やっぱり月光にメッセージを残して、いや、期月の夜になるまで私だって月光で何かを残そうなんて考えなかった。
Yeah, there's no way to make Lumine realize that you wrote something on the wall. But don't worry, Nefer and Flint's are on it in the future. They're for sure finding that message.
本当に他に方法はないのかな。落ち込まないで。きっと何か方法があるはずだよ。え、そうは言っても、蒼月は
They're talking about Columbina's journey to the moon that they were preparing for back then.
それを超えてコロンビーナに会いに行くなんて、そんなことできるのか？
Oh wait, they actually wanted to visit her?
いつか方法が見つかると思う。
Oh, Lumine was actually determined to go there. Go to the moon. Just to visit Columbina. That is true friendship, and that is what Dottore will never understand.
そっか。ひひ。お前っていつもポジティブだよな。今、いつか。そうだね。
何をするおつもりですか？
Okay, back to Flint's and Nefer. Come on, Nefer, you can do this.
あんた隣に泊まってた時、窓を開けたことはあるかい？
Oh, do we have to open the window and let the moon shine on the wall?
いいえ。この暗くてジメジメした部屋の窓は埃まみれな上に古く立て付けも悪かったので。
月光。
Yeah, the moonlight is the key.
ああ。あなたが何をしたいのか、少々お待ちください。
いや、そんなことしなくていいよ。今は一刻を争うからね。
Yeah, no time to ask the owner for permission. He's probably already evacuated. Is Nefer just gonna shatter the window?
今のみんなは私の書いた文字に気づかないかもしれない。
Yes, someone will remember.
でも私の知ってる情報をできる限り書き残さなきゃ。そうすれば。
Yeah, write down as much as you can.
きっと。
And someday, your friends will see the message. She's gonna trust her friends. Her friends are gonna trust what she said on Moon Prayer Night. And so they can communicate across time and space. Dottore could never. This is something he can't anticipate. Something that's so beyond everything he could ever achieve with anyone. Because he's all just about power, about mutual benefit. That he can't fathom something like this. The trust that Columbina has in her friends. The belief that they will find the message. If Dottore were in her situation, he wouldn't even think of leaving a message. Because he wouldn't think that anyone would actually find it. Because he doesn't know what trusting and believing in your friends means. There we go. Wait, did Columbina hear that? Oh, no. Lumine just dropped her cup. Okay.
ちょっと。じゃあそろそろ寝ようぜ。お前もここ最近は大変だったもんな。本当にお疲れ様。月の狩人に勝って私の名前を取り戻してくれて、みんなと一緒に期月の夜まで準備してくれた。今も君はきっとどこかで
Yes, Lumine is still fighting.
戦ってるんだろうね。
The most important fight in the story so far.
私が残せる情
The
報
one
は
against Dottore.
これくらいかな、はあ、ずっとここにいられたらいいのに。でもそろそろ行かなきゃ。次の時間でもまた君と会えるといいな。
The
も
next
し
time.
叶うのなら私。
みんなのところに戻るよ。
Oh, I never found the message. Yes, yes. Oh, she wrote over the entire wall.
コロンビーナはまだ生きてるんだ。
She is. I know you have confirmation.
それだけじゃありません。壁一面に我々のために手がかりを残してくれています。彼女は期月の夜に起こることまで書き記していたようです。
私はここにいる。この空間は時間が逆行している。私は進み続けている。
彼女は空爆を使って過去に干渉する方法を見つけたようですね。しかし彼女にとっての未来は
Yeah, it all already happened. Whatever she does in her future has already happened here.
この文字は月の狩人を倒した時からここに存在していた。それなのに誰の
This is such an interesting time loop.
鶏が先か卵が先か。
存在と起源についての哲学的
I never really understood the chicken and the egg question. Like, I know what it's trying to make you think about, but at the same time, I'm just too logical of a person. I'm like, eggs existed long before chickens. Because there were so many other animals that laid eggs before chickens ever existed. So I don't know, that's just the answer that I always think of when I hear that chicken and egg question. It makes no sense. Of course eggs existed before chickens.
私は考えない。
And again, I know that's not really what this question is about, but I can't help but always think that when I hear it.
起きたことはすべて規定であり、経験したことはすべて事実である。商人。正確に言えば情報屋は、その二つから伸びる手がかりを頼りに、未来の行方をつかむんだ。
参考に値する考え方ですね。
考え方というよりは生き方だね。行くよ。みんなと共有すべき情報が壁一面にある。
Okay, where to next? Sandrone and Albedo. Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
もう
Oh, someone's frustrated. Guess the research isn't going well.
今のところ博士のエネルギーの本質は空爆に近い体系に属しているものの異なる性質を持っているよ。
Yeah, he's basically a moon god now. But since he's using his own artificial moon marrow, it's probably a bit different, yeah.
ナドクライの空爆装置による影響はほぼ受けないと言ってもいい。君が錬金術に希望を託したくなる気持ちも理解。しかしこれらの本は実に難解だ。
どれも部下たちがフォンテーヌから持ち帰ったばかりのものよ。推薦十字結社のものもあればペトリコール町の事件記録もあるわ。加えてこのゴミのようなマシナリ
Okay,
ー
so
の
someone
事件報告
ThyssenKreuz
書も
stuff.
ね。
I actually saw a video about the differences in like Act 6, depending on if you played the ThyssenKreuz quest. I had played it already, so for me, Lumine showed Sandrone the sword, the Holy Blade of ThyssenKreuz, and they talked a bunch about the ThyssenKreuz Order. But if you haven't played that quest, that entire scene just doesn't exist. So yeah, you definitely should play all the world quests, at least the main ones of each region, because now we have a precedent for these actually becoming important in the Archon quest. I mean, it's not that you can't understand the Archon quest or that there's something huge missing if you haven't played the ThyssenKreuz quest, but you know, there's some little details and scenes that are different and add some more context to Sandrone's character.
あと私の術式が今いくつか頭に来るものを検出したわ。
頭に来るもの。
テイワットの空には複数の月が浮かんでいるでしょ。ずっと前に術
And
式
now
を
she
確認した
detected
時
4. Yeah, I remember that from the trailer. They used that
三
voice
つの
line there.
月が世界に存在していたわ。でも
Yeah, this exact voice and in the previous one were in the trailer. I remember that. So this is no surprise. But now we have 4 moons.
一つ増えた。
One created by Dottore.
ええ。最初は月がまだ3つあればコロンビーナも生きていることになるんじゃないかと思ったんだけど、でもその瞬間ある違和感が芽生えたの。3つの月のうち無事なのは蒼月だけ。砕けた月が生きているものとして認識されるはずがないわ。
Oh yeah, that's an interesting point. But all 4 moons show up in the
お
scan.
かしいでしょ。死んだ月が生きている月と同じように扱われるなんて。これじゃ月神の精神の判
Oh,
別には使え
okay.
ないわ。
So Sandron is worried that that means that Columbina might not be alive anymore.
もしかするとそれぞれの月髄を
At least the Frost Moon still existing is not definitive proof that she's
そう考
alive.
えると死後に残された3つの月髄が今なお月として認識されてもおかしくないわ。
That could also mean that, I guess.
なるほど。その推測が正しいなら、君が検出した4番目の月は、ドットーレが作り出した人造月髄なのかもしれない。
まったく、そんなものを作るなんて厄介極まりないわ。
やるべきことが多すぎると、どうしても焦ってしまうものだよ。サンドローネさん、少しリラックスしよう。イライラ。
こんな時にどうリラックスしろっていうの
I
よ。
hope Nefer and Flint tell her soon that Columbina's alive.
が必要なの。
Yeah, there we go. That's probably gonna be Nefer and Flint's calling everyone to share the good news.
フリンズさんから。
Yep, there we go. Flint's.
こいつの音、ほんとイラッとくるわね。ああ、もう。それもこれも。
Now what? Well, the first good news we've had in a while. You're gonna be really happy soon.
タイミングが悪かったようですね。淑女がそのように声を荒げるとは、一体何があったのでしょう。
何よ。今忙しいんだけど。
皆さんまだ碑文の館にいますか？
ええ。けど外に出ている人たちはまだ戻っていないし、何か要件があっても急ぐことはないんじゃない？
すごく重要な情報が手に入ったんだけど、
そう。なら話してみなさい。
ドド通話機で共有するのかい？
普通の情報だったらそうしてたけど、今回のはちょっと複雑。
Yeah, that's actually smart. In case Dottore can somehow listen in on the communication via the Dottore device. So let's all meet up at the curatorium. Though if he really wanted to listen in on us, he could probably do that at the curatorium as well.
それで、その情報って？
外に出ている方々や避難民の護衛をしている方々はまだ戻られていませんが、先に重要な情報だけお二人にお伝えします。
サンドローネ、あんたの考えは正しかったよ。
There we go. She's gonna be so happy to hear that.
ここ最近で一番の朗報だね。
Okay, now they're gonna fill in Albedo and Sandrone about what they discovered in Lumine's room.
上に現れる場所も不規則。あの子。決心って思ったよりずいぶんしぶといのね。やっぱり血髄であの子の状態を
She actually looks so happy.
考えて良さそうね。
サンドローネさん、嬉しいときは素直にそう言えばいい。
Yeah, she's probably not gonna admit that.
別に嬉しくなんか
Yeah,
ないわ。
she's still a bit soon,
まだ
of course.
何も解決していないわ。ここからが
But that's fine. We all know what you're really thinking, Sandrone.
コロンビーナが時間をコントロールできない限り、あの子のいる空間の時間はどんどん過去へ流れていく。時間の流れが異なるということは、私たちが交わることもない。このままじゃ出口を見つけられないわよ。
Well, she has to find a way out at some point.
生命が一滴の水から始まったのだとしたら、時はどこから始まったと言える？
Is she gonna return all the way to the beginning of Teyvat? Is she gonna meet Nibelung? That would be kinda cool if we actually saw Nibelung in this quest. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
でもその空間は外部から干渉できないように思える。どうやってコロンビーナを助ければいいんだい？しかもコロンビーナがまだ生きてるならレリルとソリンディスも生きてる可能性が出てくる。それなのに
Raria did come back out once though.
から出た痕跡はない。となると出口がないのかもしれないね。
その点に関しては僕もネフェルさんと同意見です。
確かにあなたたちの言い分ももっともね。とりあえずさっきの情報はすべて記録しておいたわ。
君の研究の役には立ちそうかい？
ドットーレのエネルギー領域を突破する役には立たないけど、何がどうなるかは誰にもわからないわ。記憶よりも記録の方が確かなのは事実だし、このぐらいの労力は払うわよ。じゃ、失礼させていただくわね。アルベドから貴重なアドバイスをもらったことだし、これから静かな場所で研究に専
Okay,
念するわ。
back to research for Centron and Albedo.
私はここに残るよ。他にやりたいこともあるしね。
Nefa also has some things to work on, okay. So what's next? We're gonna go back to Columbina or to Lumine? Or stay with Nefa, I guess?
いるかい？ああ、そうだった。あの子はファルカたちとナタに行ったんだったね。はあ、旅人は一体どこにいるんだろうね。ん？これはメッセージ。
Note from Paimon.
おいら、ちょっと出かけてくるぞ。この荷物の中に必要なものがあったら遠慮なく使っていいからな。
Okay, a free pass to borrow anything from their stuff.
旅人へ。
But
もし先に戻って
how is that gonna help? What role is it gonna play?
早く会いたいけど、お前が疲れて倒れる方がもっと嫌だからな。パイモンより。
仲がいいね。
Yeah, Paimon is sweet.
パイモンの許可もあるし、遠慮なく荷物を見させても
What
らう。
is Nefa gonna find?
うん
Something that could help
二人がよ
us?
く使うものは
I mean,
ほとんどここに
the
ある。
traveler got a lot of special objects along the journey,
へえ、
but I can't think of anything that would be of help against Dottore.
誰がやってるんだろうね。これは
Photo? That was during Moon Prayer Night.
写真機が切り取ってるのはまさにきらめく一瞬ってやつだね。写真は撮影者の思いで溢れてる。これが上の方にあったのはパイモンが手に
Oh,
取って眺め
so
て
Paimon took that photo? And she probably looked at it recently because she misses Lumine. Oh, that's so sad. The Adventure Handbook?
間違いなく旅人のものだね。
Oh, is she gonna
決まりだ。
use the thing where she can look at the memories of a person? Like with Raria? Can she use it to somehow connect to Lumine?
頑張っとくれ。私たちが必ず見つけてやるから。
Oh, wait, we actually play as Polonia? What? That is cool. Did not expect that.
関連性の高そうな本を持ってきてちょうだい。
Okay. As you command, my lady. Okay, let's scan all these things. Oh, that's a lot of text. Ancient log. Assigned to the same lab, child prodigy, probably talking about Elaine Guillotine. Okay, they're talking about some machine that the child prodigy built. Yeah, we know that Elaine Guillotine built a lot of really sophisticated machines, including Sandrone. And yeah, here he is actually mentioned by name. Okay, so it is indeed about Elaine. And there's an institute mentioned several times here, so that is probably the Nod-Krai Institute. I feel like I've read this before during the Nod-Krai quest. So maybe this is once again just them bringing stuff from that world quest into the Archon quest to bring the people that didn't play it up to speed. And yeah, we have Jacob mentioned here as well. This is just the entire Nod-Krai stuff again. And Renee. Everyone is here. And then yeah, this picnic with Elaine, his sister Renee and Jacob. I really feel like I've read this somewhere before. I don't remember every detail about the Nod-Krai quest because it's been quite a while since I played it. But this feels so familiar. But yeah, this is basically just... This exact thing was in the quest, right? Or was it just something similar? And yeah, whoever's writing this is really sick. And I remembered, oh, what was the character called? The sick one? But yeah, he's also mentioning here that Elaine and the Institute Director came to see him separately. And I also, I think I remember this as well. So yeah, again, I think this is all just stuff that we already saw in the Nod-Krai quest. Okay, and this is where it ends. With one of Elaine's experiments being successful. The first successful controlled annihilation reaction. And yeah, things didn't stay great forever, sadly. Keyword not located. Okay, let's scan the next one. Okay, this one is a bit shorter. Concerning the apocalypse. So this, yeah, this is about the world formula. And the doomsday clock, I guess. And yeah, it's also talking about Remuria. Okay. Keyword word formula located. Let's see. Oh, can we not read the rest now? Can we still check those out? Yeah, we can. Okay. Ancient Dog, Elaine, Guillotine. Okay, so this is from Elaine's perspective. Let's see. And yeah, the assistant he's talking about here, I think, is the one from the first text that we read. The sick one. Okay, most of this is just him researching prime energy machines. Major breakthrough. Okay. Yeah, there's not much in here. And then last but not least, we have this one here. Just some ancient notes. Okay, Coppelius. Institute shall close. Okay, so this is towards the end of the Nod-Krai Institute. When it was closed down. Met with the newly appointed Udex. Okay, so this was shortly after Nuvelet came to Fontaine. Carter. This is another familiar name from the Nod-Krai quest. Okay, but nothing too important here, I feel like. So yeah, let's return to Sandrone now. Here you go, my lady, the book you requested. Concerning the apocalypse.
僕の見解によれば、この現象はフォルトゥナと呼ぶべきである。これは古代王国レムリアの技術で
Yeah, Fortuna
思考の英知。
played an important role for Remuria, which I think was mentioned a lot during the world quest in Remuria, which I also played, but I actually remember less about that world quest than about the Nod-Krai world quest, even though it hasn't been as long since then.
まさかレムリアの理念が僕の名付けた世界式とこれほど類似していようとは。これこそ有力な証拠と言える。
So Fortuna, which basically means fate, and then the world formula is probably also about fate. So once again, fate becomes a topic here. Like previously, where they were talking about the phantoms in Act 5 and 6 and how it's their fate to die, and Durin was trying to change that. Trying to change fate. And that's also kind of what Dottore is trying to do, right? Change his fate. That's what it's all about, I think.
可能性を失っていくものなのだろう。人類の衰退はまさに今この瞬間にも進んでいるのかもしれない。文明の灯火は消えかけている。外から変数を取り入れることを検討し
Introduce variables from outside the system. Wait, did they somehow call the descenders here? Or one of them at least?
変数って何のことよ。
Maybe the Traveler?
まさか
Yeah.
降臨者
Okay, she came to the same conclusion. That they're referring to the senders here.
ドットーレがあいつをさらったのは降臨者が理由だからでしょうけど、三月の力は世界そのものに由来しているわけだし。
Yeah, good question.
やつ変数って何に対する変数なのかしら。世界式は世界
It
全
would
体を
give us a
計算して
way
いる
to avoid fate.
そこに変数を導入すれば。
Come on, you can put it together, Sandrone. Seems like she's not quite there yet.
キーワード、ルートで関連する本を持ってきてちょうだい。
Pathway. Oh, over here this time? Okay. Let's see what we have here. Oh, Jacob now. Okay. What does he have to say? He was kind of the antagonist of the Nod-Krai questline. Okay, it's basically just a bunch of Nod-Krai Institute stuff from his perspective. But I don't think the keyword is in here. Another ancient log. Dari machines. What are those again? Where have I heard that before? Yeah, it definitely sounds Sumerian. Intended to create a mechanical dog. That dog also appears in that questline. What was his name again? Seymour, I think, if I remember correctly. Okay, still no keyword. Explications on the chemical marriage. No idea what that means. The 3 particles above the kingdom. Is that another way to say the 3 moons? And the 4 particles beneath the firmament. The shades? 3 particles above moons. 4 particles below shades. That would make sense, right? Okay, Khanri is mentioned here as well. There's a lot of science mambo jumbo here. Tevatian science. But here we have the keyword pathway. Solve the first half of the equation, leave the second unattacked. Why? Okay, this is all very cryptic. Don't really get what they're trying to say here. The act of overlaying your dream upon the dream of gods. Maybe that's what Dottore is trying to do? Overlaying your law, your will, in the starry sky, upon ineffable sacrifices and despair. Interesting. Okay. So, let's check the other one before we give that one to Sandrone. What do we have here? The Golden Troop. Research notes of Master Ruggiero. I see. Fortuna seems to be the name of a symphony. Yeah, we found out about that during that Remurian World quest. But like I said, I don't remember too much about it. Okay, but I don't think there's anything in here that's important right now. Though they do mention chemical marriage here again. But no pathways. Okay. Here you go, my lady.
門をどん抜きに関する記録、密合の解釈、図示したルートを観測し計算する、その用途を解析し転換することで新たな創造の可能性が開けるだろう。これルネの後期の原稿じゃない。ルートを解析するだなんて随分とぶっ飛んだ考えね。
Still a lot of blank space here. So, seems like she still hasn't figured out everything yet. But she's getting there.
やけに回りくどいわね。
So, what's next?
プロンニア、樹上で検索して
Tree model.
関連性の高そうな本を探して
Okay,
きて。
I'm guessing on this table now? Yeah. But this time we have 5 things to scan here. Okay, it's gonna take a while. Oh, and there are 3 pages to this one. History of the Decline and Fall of Remuria. I think I've read this before at some point. And yeah, the keyword is not in here. I'm sorry, but I just really want to continue the Archon quest, so I'm not gonna read all this. I don't think there's any super important information in here. Biography of Guillotine, okay. But if it's just a biography, then there's probably nothing in here about the actual science. Okay. Then next up we have this here. Okay, seems like he can't scan that. Time Tracker Collected Edition. Story from many years ago. Okay, it's another 3-page one with a lot of text. I'm just gonna check if the keyword is in here, and if not, then I'm gonna go to the next one. Okay. So the keyword has to be in here. The Alchemist and the Clockwork Saint. Chapter 6. So it's another story. A detective story, it seems. With several victims that were murdered. How is that gonna help us figure out what Dottore is trying to do? I think this is actually about the Narzissenkreuz Institute. Just with different names, you know. But you have Jacoba here, for example. Which could be Jacob, maybe. But here we have the keyword at least. So what does it mean exactly? They do not recognize their own masters, following only the commands they were initially given. So they end up killing said masters. So does Dottore want to kill all the gods? The masters, so to say, the heavenly principles? Very interesting. Let's see what Sandron has to say about this. I found what you've been looking for, my lady.
スズラン十字結社が提唱している実験機体の多くは基本的かつシンプルな樹状のロジックで構成されており、スズラン推薦十字結
Yeah,
社の
okay, like I thought. So it was about Narzissenkreuz. Just changed the name.
サンジェルマン公爵は去り際にもう取り返しがつかないと言っていたが、しかしそれ以外のことに関しては凡人であった。はあ
She doesn't like that.
笑っちゃうわ。名探偵ハーロック、錬金術師とクロックワークの政治
Yeah, it's a detective novel,
小説じゃない。
not a scientific work.
でも作者は自分がルネのことをよく知っていると断言しているし、はあ、ひとまずルネがこんなことを言う人だと仮定して進めましょう。記憶、願い、魂、人格、これらは神秘学の領域に属することが多いけど、アルベドは錬金術の根幹にも含まれていることを認めていたわ。アラン・ギオタンの目に映る世界は機械で構成されていた。宇宙には機械が必要とされているがために、あいつの技術が生まれ、
Yeah, it's basically your origin story.
ルネ。フルネームはルネ・ド・ペトリコールだったかしら。やっぱりあの町はレムリア文明に関する資料が
Yeah, I mean, we access Remuria from Petrichor, so...
アランの研究成果の一部はレムリアの技術から来ていると言っていいみたいね。魂を切り離し器に封じ込める。一見無関係に見えるこれらの技術はルネの研究を支えてきた。密合のモデル？こんなのアランが認めるわけないわ。ましてやこれに関連する理論やパラメータを事象数式に組み込むなんて。
Yeah, but maybe this is not about what Elaine would have done. It's about what Dottore would do. And maybe he is using this model.
そういえばアランはルネのことをどう評価していたかしら。あ、思い出したわ。確かここにルネのことに一度だけ触れた古いメモが。僕にそう言ったルネは様子がおかしかった。最近甘いものを食べていないせいか頭が鈍っているようだ。信用できない。いかにもあいつらしい物言いね。私のグズな部下たちったら意外といい仕事をしているじゃない。ちゃんと資料を持ってきて。
Yeah, Polonia did well.
ご苦労様。
Because I controlled him.
アランの残した資料の一部はこれらの記録と完全に一致しているわ。ゲシュタル島から入手したものみたいだけど、そんな昔からルネの記録を抑えていたのね。それなのに一度も信用せず使いもしなかった。よく考えてみればルネの世界式は定数を扱う計算ばかりね。これは世界の運命が固定されているという
Yeah, and that's what we've been talking about since Act 5, basically, about fate and how it's predetermined and can't be changed. And I've said it from the beginning that it can be changed. That was proven in Fontaine already, with what Fosalos did. But how is Dottore gonna change it?
対するアランの理念は随分と昔のことだし、あいつが何を言っていたのかなんて全然覚えていないわ。強情さに欠けて機械技術だけを深く信奉していたあいつは何て言っていたか。確か世界は変えられる、そして努力には意味がある。だった世界を救いたいと願ってあの術式を作り上げたけど、世界の運命はあまりにも巨大で、その終焉は計りがたかった。結局成果を得ることなく生き、そしてこの滅びゆく夢の中に私を残した。
And now you're gonna complete his work.
アラン、あなたはルネの研究に目を通さなかったの？それとも目を通した上で相入れない理念を同じモデル内に置きたくなかったの？どれだけ嫌ってたのよ。今やドットーレっていう狂気の塊みたいなやつが現れてしまったわ。
Yeah, that's true.
私に願いがあるかなんて聞いてもしょうがないでしょ。その問いを投げかけるべき相手はドットーレよ。あいつが憧れているものを。
I also love that the music in the background is Nod-Krai music. I remember this played a lot during the quest, or a version of this at least. It's a bit different, but it's the same melody. 取るに足らない変数にも洪水のような現在を無限に作り出せる。始めましょう。この相入れない破片を。 Yeah, let's put it all together now.
まず大きな輪の存在とその解明を確立する。
Okay, I have no idea what this all means, but I'm sure Sandrone is gonna explain it.
その2つの間を探り、条件を構築する。変数。文明の灯火は消えかけている。外から変数を取り入れることを検討する。
So we basically need descenders to save the world, is what this sentence means.
変数を代入して、世界、時空、文明をめぐり、記録から必要な節目を抽出し、それが指し示す変数を明らかにする。虚無から切り離された原初の力、光の力。
The power of light.
光、記録、
Hyperborea.
複雑すぎるわ。まだいくつかの変数が埋まっていないし、もう少し慎重に考えないと。どう？このモデル。狂人の落書きみたいでしょ？
It looks like you're getting close. That's what it looks like.
だんまりね。どうせあなたは喋れないし。とりあえず、肯定的な反応として捉えとくわ。そういえば、精神を病んだ人の妄想って、自分が世界を救うことから始まるらしいわよ。私がこんなのを書いているところなんて見たら、アルレッキーノとコロンビー
It's not that bad.
きっと病院に連れて行くかもね。
And I mean, you're trying your absolute best to figure this out for Columbina.
あとロザリンも、もう随分と前に亡くなってしまったけど。
Yeah, it's actually been like 4 years already. Quite a long time. I remember back when that Harbinger trailer came out, the Winter Night's Lazo, how hyped everyone was. That's where you saw most of the Harbingers for the first time. It was actually so hype. And now most of them are in the game, you know, and some even playable. Like Alekino and Columbina. And soon maybe also Sandrone. I really hope so. Sandrone has grown on me a lot over the course of the Nod-Krai Archon quest. I really want her as a playable character. And I'm gonna play her and Columbina together. Even if they have no synergy, doesn't matter, that won't stop me. I will play them together in the same team, for sure. I hope Syndrome is a lunar crystallized DPS, because then she would work really well with Columbina.
目を閉じて思い出すと、彼女の顔とあの大きなドレスが浮かんでくるわ。どうしてロザリンはあんな重たそうなドレスを好んで着ていたのかしらね。
Reminiscing about Senora.
煩わしいヒールの音ときたら、別に誰にも聞かれていないけど、はっきり言っておくわ。私は世界を救おうなんて思っていない。精神は至って正常だし。
Well, you don't have to save the world. Just saving a friend is enough. And then that friend could help with saving the world. That friend named Columbina.
世界が答えを必要としているのであって、私が世界に認められようとしているわけではないの。そして世界が私に懇願しているのであって。
Oh, we get to walk around this Polunia again. What now? Tea time? Okay. Prepare tea. Oh, I see. We gotta make tea for Syndrome. Okay, we have tea and some snacks. So let's bring them to Syndrome. There you go, my lady.
あら、お茶菓子？確か書類を持ってきてくれた部下が買ってきたんだったかしら。箱にはメロピデ要塞の楽しい食事システムに敬意を表してランダムフォーチュンクッキーを皆様にお届け。今日の運勢を占ってみましょう。どうせ大したことなんて書いてないんでしょ。どれどれ。早寝早起きして太陽を浴びて十分な水分を取ればすべてうまくいくでしょう。
Have a good sleep schedule. That's basically what that fortune cookie is saying.
はあ？何よそれ。じゃあ早寝早起きする人にこの危機迫る世界の救世主をやってもらえばいいわ。
Okay, next scene. This one is with Alekino. Okay, and some of her subordinates are here as well. Are you gonna see Lynette, Lenny, and Fremine in this quest?
よろしい。
ですが、予想よりも人数が少ないようでして、おそらく博士様が放った魔物に多くのものが。
Okay, so we have some casualties among Syndrome's subordinates.
仕方あるまい。その者たちを隊に加え、常に連絡が取れる状況を保っておけ。
はっ。
Okay, a lot of people here. Can we evacuate them all? And over there we have one of the closed off spaces. Also, my game is getting a bit stuttery. I hope it's not too obvious in the video, but if I record for several hours without break, then the game gets like that. My laptop can't handle it, it seems. But we're over 3 hours in, so I hope that Act 7 is almost over. So I'm not gonna take a break now. Oh, Child is here as well. Okay.
そういえば、スネージナヤからナドクライへ向かう際に必ず通る道にドットーレが研究所を建てたみたいだね。見つからないようにここまで来るのに随分と時間がかかったよ。
ご苦労。休まず駆けつけてくれたということは、女皇陛下のお言葉を持って
Word
き
from
て
the
くれた。
Tsaritsa? What does she have to say about all this?
これも俺の任務だからね。ドットーレのことだが、女皇様の命によりファデュイ内務局が審判を下すことになった。あいつが裏切ったか否か。
They're just reviewing the case? We don't have time for that. He's obviously turned traitor.
そして結果が出るまでの間、女皇様は俺に
Okay, at least they are fine with receiving refugees.
避難民たちは近くにいる。後ほど私の部下が案内するから引き取っ。
ああ、わかった。それと陛下から君とサンドローネに伝言があるんだけど、
サンドローネは
She's doing important research right now.
外で働く者がいれば内務に勤しむ者もいる。君との引き継ぎのために私が来ているということは、もう一人は基地にいるということだよ。
サンドローネのやつ、まるで重鎮みたいだね。じゃあ、後で上皇様のかっこいいお言葉
Let's hope the decree is to kick Dottore's
サ
ass.
ンドローネも、でも一体何が。待った。どうなってるんだ。部下たちが魔物になった。
倒すぞ。
Wait, someone actually turned into a monster? What the heck?
権限。
Well, completely missed there. Oh well. Let's just use her burst to reset the skill. There we go. And now we can do some extra damage.
アルレッキーノ、前より強くなる。
ストップ。その称賛はありがたく受け取る。君の相手は知らない。
やっぱりね。
Okay, there we go.
なんてこった。さっきまで生身の人間だったのに。
Yeah, what exactly is Dottore doing to Nod-Krai that people are now turning into monsters?
きっとこれも我々の素敵な同僚である。
ナドくらいで何が起きているんだ。
Well, a lot. It's a long story, child.
では説明できないが、
The longest one so far of all the
コロンビ
regions.
ーナのものであった2つの月髄をドットーレが奪い、さらに自分でもう一つ作って、3月の力を手中に収めようとしているといったところだ。
おいおい、そんなもの人が作れるのか。まるで道路を作るかのように神を作ったって言ってるようなもんじゃないか。信じられ
He's
ない。
gonna build a god? Well, about that, child. He kinda already tried that in Sumeru. And almost succeeded.
執行官であれば、さして驚くことでもないだろう。私たちがやってきたことは、神作りさえ霞むほど奇妙なことばかりなのだから。私は
She has a point there. As a harbinger, he really shouldn't be that surprised.
作戦における重要な支援者であったと主
I
張し続
mean,
けてきた。
their ultimate plan is to overthrow the heavenly principles.
ただの冒険者
They wanna fight Celestia and the Shades and the Primordial One. That's almost as crazy as what Dottore is doing here.
擁護してくれてありがとう。勝利先生とロザリンには本当にひどい目に遭わされたよ。でもポジティブに考えれば、あの二人がわざわざ策を仕掛ける冒険者なんてそういない。だってただのなんて言葉とは程遠い存在だろ。
また痛い目に遭いたいということかな。であれば、君の評価を下げざるを得ないね。
違う、そういうわけじゃないって。続けてくれ。
現在、ドットーレは新しい力の実験中だ。その影響が外に害を及ぼしている。この人々の変異は、彼の実験の副産物であって、本来の目的ではないはずだ。
So it's not even something that he specifically intended, it's just a side effect. Oh wow.
先ほどの修行の移住は、サンドローネの配下だった。実験台にされたに違いない。ドットーレは意図的に
Yes,
生かして
all an experiment. Once again, like I already said before, it's all Dottore cares about. Well, that and becoming a god.
おまけにドットーレと戦った私たちは全員呪いを受けてしまった。私はナドくらいから出ることができない。
ひどい話だな。道理で陛下がこういう指示を。
So yeah, what is the decree? You still haven't said.
執行官に非常事態時の独断権を与える。ドットーレが脅威と判断された場合、アルレッキーノとサンドローネによる粛清を。
Yes, okay. There we go. Thank you, Tsaritsa. We will go ahead and do that. Let's eliminate him. I really, really hope that Dottore actually dies in this Archon quest. Or, well, you know, the next act, but you know what I mean. In Act 8, when the boss fight happens. Because it's definitely not gonna happen in Act 7.
陛下に感謝を。サンドローネにもこの良き知らせを伝えておこう。
あと、まだ研究開発プロジェクトの成果をナドくらいから回収できていないから、 撤退した後も現地への攻撃を一時的に控えると言っていたよ。
賢明なご判断だ。
そうだ、相棒はどうしてる？君たちと一緒じゃないのか？
Well, about that.
相棒？旅人のことか。残念ながら、彼女は私たちがドットーレの研究所に突入した際、どこかに転移させられてしまった。
捕まったのか？どうして？ドットーレとそこまでの確執はないは
It's
ずだ。
not that he has a bone to pick with her. It's that he needs her for something. He needs a descender.
同感だ。だからドットーレには何か別の
Yeah,
思惑がある。
exactly.
ダメだ。助けに行かないと。
Don't do anything rash, child. You can't defeat Dottore.
できることは何もない。
けど、何もせず手を
No, you are supposed to evacuate the people. That's why you are here.
サンドローネの方でも対策を講じている。今の君にできる最も意義のあることは、
分かってるさ。じゃあ、任せた。
ああ。最後に、必ず各国の神々と住民たちに、制御不能な災害がナドクライから外へと拡散しつつあることを伝えるよう、音取りに言ってお
The
いた。
gods and citizens of every nation will be getting everyone involved. I still think there's a slight possibility that some of the other Archons are gonna show up in Nod-Krai. I don't really think it's gonna happen, but like they have mentioned several times now that they're informing the other nations and the other gods about what's happening. So like the chance isn't zero. And that reminds me, there's actually still the issue of the Pyronosis not being claimed by the Fatui. So if Marwika comes to Nod-Krai, then maybe in one of the next Archon quests, that could be addressed. Interesting. I haven't thought about that before. Well, let's just see what happens.
その元凶はネジの外れた実験狂いだ。我々ファデュイとここにいる仲間たちは全力で収集に当たるつもりでいる。だが万が一、ナドクライが完全に陥落すれば、事態はさらに悪化する。
I mean, at some point the Shades are gonna intervene, right? Like I said before, they can't ignore this.
ドットーレは今もファデュイ
So if this goes beyond Nod-Krai, at that point they have to do
最
something.
後の瞬間まで戦う。
そんなに悲観的になることはないさ。それに、もし本当にそうなったら、陛下も黙っていないはずだ。
ああ、最悪の事態にならないことを祈るばかりだ。
What now?
ちょうどいいところに戻ってきた
Okay,
ね。
Albedo and Durin?
うん。
What are they gonna do?
僕って飛行免許の試験免除してもらえるかな？
Still talking about that? About what Waka promised
ボンベ
him?
は街の外に着陸して歩いて入るよう気をつけるから。
You're fine, Durin, don't worry.
僕が申請しておく
But yeah, things like that remind you that Durin is still a child.
今は目の前の新しいものを観察しよう。
博士のエネルギー領域ってどんな構造なんだろう？空爆機の引力と積力の原理に当てはまらないみたいだけど。
Yeah, it's not conventional Kuvaki.
ああ、不思議だね。でも突き詰めれば、結
So,
局は
how can we get
三
rid
回の
of
力から成り立
this?
ったものだ。魔女界都市省の研究によると、テイワットの元素力は原初の公開の力から変化したものだと分かっている。
Yeah, the Light Realm, which is the 7 elements, and then the Void Realm, the Abyss, which also can mimic the 7 elements, which we learned from Skirk, who's using Abyssal energy, basically Void Realm energy, but she's camouflaging it as Cryo.
君の体内には魔竜ドゥリンの力があるから、きっと感じ取れるはずだ。このエネルギー領域には、アビスのエネルギー
Okay,
が
no
存在
Abyssal
しない
energy involved here.
アビスの気配はないね。とても純粋で、けど荒々しい力だ。
そこである仮説を思いついた。コロンビーナさんと一緒に月の狩人と戦った時、トリーさんが教霊院から持ってきた 増幅装置を覚えているかい？
Can we do something with that device?
極めて精巧な装置の一つだ。構造、製造技術、材料。
I mean, yeah, it was created by Nahida, right?
特に目を引いたのが動作原理だったよ。トリーさんは詳しく語らなかったけど、僕なりに。
So, are they gonna create a similar device, but one that can handle the new form of Kawaki that Dottore created?
なぜドリンの炎の元素力をコロンビーナさんが扱えたんだろうか。決心の彼女は公開の力を使うはずなのに。
Yeah, she used the power Duran gave her through that device. Even though Duran is connected to the Abyss.
元素力はもともと公開の力から生まれたものだ。つまり、あの装置の機能は元素力を
Okay, so it's not actually about the Abyss, it's just about restoring elemental energy to its original form, its primordial form, so to say.
光から生まれた7つの元素をあの装置は光に復元する。この理論は光がプリズムで屈折することに似ている。
Interesting.
その構造はプリズムの観測から着想を得たのだろうか。そこから導き出される法則はまるで世界の真理と基盤のように揺るぎないものだ。それを成し遂げられるあの装置はスメール教令員の現段階における元素理論と装置構造の最高傑作と言える。そしてその大胆とも言える偉業と確かな理論は。
Yeah, I mean, we already knew that. I think Dori actually said it when she gave us that device. That Nahida herself created it.
さて、目の前のエネルギー領域に話を戻そう。もしこれが純粋な公開の力であるなら、それは元素力との間に融合と分離、内包と外縁の関係があることを意味する。
Okay, yeah, I kinda get where he's going with this.
元素力で公開の力を薄められるかもしれないということだ。
試してみる？
ああ。
So just use elemental energy against it? Oh yeah, that caused a crack to appear. Is it really that simple?
明らかな乱れが生じた。元素力が領域内のエネルギーに干渉。さらには相殺している可能性がある。ドゥリンもやってみてほしい。
Okay, so now we try abyssal energy, I guess.
いけた。
Okay, that also worked.
今度はアビスの力で。
Oh no, the abyssal energy, okay. Yeah, Durin can use both, of course.
やっぱりアビスの力による攻撃を受けると。
Okay, abyssal power is way more effective.
より顕著になる。
So Durin is like our best weapon against this energy barrier, I guess. Or do we have anyone else here who can use abyssal energy? Oh, wait a minute. If Columbina somehow finds Raria in the past, wherever he went, and we get Raria here, and we just found out that abyssal energy works really well against this, just saying, Raria could be the ultimate ally here that we need.
でもこれほど大規模なエネルギー領域を相殺するってなると
A lot.
全部を相殺する必要はないよ。別の方法を試してみよう。理論の説明は以上だけど、君はそのまま見ているつもりかい？
なんだ、気づいていた。
Wanderer is here? Okay. I was wondering when he was gonna show up. Of course he has to be here when we beat up Dottore.
しばらく前から見ていたよ。アルベドがまるで学会の登壇者のように話すもんだから、ついな。スメールじゃ誰かの発表を邪魔すると、その人生を壊しかねないんだ。
お気遣い嬉しいよ。ついでにちょっと手伝ってくれないかい？
何をすればいい？
風元素を操って円形の刃のような風を放ってほしい。一点に集中させる。
Yeah, breaking through at a singular point. Yeah, I was also thinking that. Since they already caused a crack to appear, then instead of destroying the entire barrier, maybe we can just open the crack enough that we can go through and save Lumine, who's probably somewhere in there. Okay, there we go. That had a visible effect.
聞いた。しかも引き裂いた。
よかった。これで大きく前進した。
入るの？
力が拒み合うかもしれないから。ドゥリン、君はここで入り口を見張っていてくれ。僕とカサッチさんで中を調べてくるよ。
Okay, just Albedo and Wanderer will go.
警戒は任せたよ。
What are they gonna find?
二人とも気をつけてね。助けが必要になったら合図を送って。いつの間に合図なんてもの。
先月新しく調合した錬金薬を持ってきているんだ。2本一緒に地面に投げると眩しい光が発生する。
ご忠告どうも。覚えておこう。
Okay then. Let's go in.
やはり少し奥まで入ると裂け目が見えなくなる。
Oh yeah, we can't actually see it from this side. Interesting.
ドットレらしい。
Bunch of animals here.
飲み込まれる前とあまり変わらないようだ。
Things seem to be the same, but they probably are not the same. Oh wow. Bunch of dead people, it seems.
脈も呼吸もない。死んでいるようだ。
Okay, so they are indeed dead.
体には傷一つない。
No wounds. There's an animal standing next to each one.
それに死体のそばには必ず動物
Yeah,
がうずくま
okay,
っている。
Albedo also realized.
こっちを見てる。動物の目じゃないな。
Did Dottore put their souls into animals?
何かを伝えたいのかい？
そうでもなさそうだ。それに動物らしさを感じない。
No, it's probably this guy inside this animal. His soul,
他を見てみ
for
る。
some reason. Is this just another side effect of what Dottore is doing, or is there an actual reason that he is turning people into animals?
どこも同じだね。生きている人間は一人もいない。
まずは動物たちがペットだった可能性を除外しよう。
結論を直接言わないのは僕の気持ちを考えてのことかい？
慎重なだけだよ。君なら真実を受け止められると信じているさ。
Yeah, they both already know what's going on. They're just not saying it outright. Not yet. Because there's no conclusive proof yet, I guess. What is going on here now? Oh, this is ominous.
あっちから声が聞こえる。
More people with animals.
お願い助けてお願い。
Is the animal
こ
talking?
こで何があったんだい？
わからない。突然みんな倒れて
Yeah, turned into an animal.
目線が低くなってまだ少しだけ意識がここから
Why is Dottore doing this? And now the transformation is complete.
どうやらこのエネルギー領域では巨大な実験が行われているようだ。それともエネルギー領域はどこも実験場になっているのか。
Yeah, it is wild. But what can we expect, you know? It's Dottore after all.
人間の意識と動物の意識を入れ替えるなんてね。他のことを置いたとしても実験のテーマが過激すぎる。彼らは自我を失ってはいるものの完全な動物にはなっていない。だから動物のように立ち
Yeah, they're all staying next to the
無意
bodies.
識に自分の遺体のそばにとどまっているんだ。
早く行こう。こんなところに長居したら何があってもおかしくない。
そうだね。
Oh, the distorted music. So creepy. Okay, now we are back to the part where the music is normal. And let's go back out.
おかえり。大丈夫だった？
気持ちの悪いものを見ただけだ。それ以外は特に何も。
ここで得た情報は早めに共有すべきだろ
う。ん？呼び出し？
ネフェルさん、アルベドだ。エネルギー領域を突破する方法を見つけたよ。十分な元素力を適切に操れば領域を破れる。
But you won't like what they found inside.
それからドットーレは領域内で残虐な大規模実験を行っている。中の住民を早急に避難させないと悲惨な結末を迎えることになるだろう。
私たちの予想通りか。胸くそ悪いったりありゃしない。
I love how she's saying living down instead of living up, because he really is just the lowest of the low.
それでそっちは順調かい？
これから始めるところさ。結果が出たらまた連絡するよ。
うん、気をつけて。
もちろん。
Okay, so what is Nefa gonna do now? We saw her take the Adventurer's Handbook, Lumine's Adventurer's Handbook. So is she gonna try to find out where Lumine is?
合流？そんな必要があるなんて言ってないけど。
私には必要なのだ。それにそなたのやり方を見てきた限り共にいた方が良いだろう。
Yeah, there's the handbook.
さて、演算状態に入るとし。
Entering simulation mode. Okay, here we go. Let's see what Nefa can find out. Oh wait, this is what we saw at the end of that segment with Dottore and Lumine. We saw Lumine and Ether sitting here, both of them. So did Dottore put Lumine in like a dream world where she's together with Ether? Yeah, there he is. And she's here as well. Yeah.
じゃあ私も一緒に見る。お兄ちゃんが出会ったこと、経験したこと、全部知りたいの。私はどこへ。
Come on, snap out of it, Lumine.
それともここに残って。
Please.
いわゆる英雄を続けるべきなのかな。走って戦って任務をこなして生活のために汗を流して。
Okay, so it's not that she doesn't remember. She's aware that this is not what her actual life looks like currently. Okay, so she's not completely trapped in Dottore's world yet.
唯一の不満はお兄ちゃんがいないことかな。
この意識層は人の本心を映す。旅人の心は思いと優しさで満ちてるようだね。
人は生きてる間、ずっと誰かを思い続けるものなのかもしれない。大切な人を思ってるからこそ、私たちは心臓の鼓動を強く感じられる。
さらに深く潜ってみよう。
Dive a little deeper. Okay.
ナシャタウンは生活する場所としては
Back
決して
with
便
the
利とは
doctor.
言えない。だが雰囲気は悪くなく人口も多い。
何が言いたいの？
They're still talking.
そう構えるな。別に深い意味などない。ただお前の冒険の始まりにふさわしい場所を考えていただけだ。それともカーン・ルイヤに送ってほしいか？
カーン・ルイヤはもうこの世界に存在しない。
Yeah, but he's talking about his new world that he wants to create. He's gonna put you in some nation and send you on a journey. Like it's all a game.
三つの月が何を意味しているのか、まだ理解できていないようだ。過去に消えたものでも、今の私に
Recreate, but not actually bring back. It's not gonna be the same. It's all just gonna be fake.
そこにどんな答えがあり、肉親がどう思っているのかを であるならば、私がどうこうするのは控えよう。協力関係を築くには多少なり
Still trying to convince Lumine to collaborate with him. It's not gonna work. Is he sensing Nefer's interference?
まずい。
Yeah.
何を
Oh, please be safe, Nefer.
何をするつもり？
動く
Damn it.
異物がいるようだ。ほう、逃げ足が
Okay, did she get out? Did she escape? Yeah, she did. Damn.
あんたが助けてくれたのかい？
早く接続を切らないと。
Okay, Nicole pulled her out.
あなたを捉えて壊してしまいそうだったから。そういうのは一度で十分よ。あなたは勇敢だったし、よくやったわ。
ありがとね。でも今はそんな話をしている場合じゃなさそうだ。
もしもし。
旅人の居場所。
Okay, she knows where she is. Good. Now let's rescue her.
ずっと真っ暗なの。目を開けても何も見えない。一体何が。
Okay, she's back.
おっと、すまない。気づかなかったかもしれないが、先ほどまでお前の友人がその脳を覗き見ていたのだよ。
もしかして
So he cut off her mind from all perception, make everything dark, so that Nefer wouldn't see anything else.
彼女は今のお前の状況を知っていると思うか？だんまりか。私はただお前の時間を遅くすることで侵入を妨害し、盗み見するような不届き
Stop your time a little. So can he actually stop Lumine's time now? He couldn't do that before, at the end of Act 6. She was immune. But I guess now that he has 3 moon marrows, he might be able to. He did have 3 moon marrows back then as well, though. He had Columbina. Oh well.
時間を操る。この能力は実に面白い。お前が目を閉じた瞬間、時間は厚みを増し。
Yeah, once again, time, the flow of time. They're really trying to connect the moon powers, the moon marrows, to manipulating time here, hinting at the time loop. I mean, at this point, it's been confirmed that there is a time loop. We just don't know where it starts and where it ends yet. I mean, it doesn't have a starting and ending point by definition because it's a loop, but you know what I mean, you know? We still don't know how far back Columbina is gonna go in the end, and how she's gonna return to the present. Wait, she spent a whole month in darkness? Oh, that would drive most people crazy. 1 month in absolute darkness with nothing you can do about it. That is torture. Just one more thing to hate Dottore for.
また自分の力を見せつけられて嬉しいの？
いや、今回のはただの試運転に過ぎない。私は実践派でね。それに何を隠そう。まだ制御しきれていない。少し眠らせるつもりが1ヶ月も経ってしまった。
Oh, okay, no, she was asleep. Okay, so she didn't actually have to live through that. Thank God. Because I don't want Lumine to suffer like that. Some finesse is required to wield the authority over time, yeah. And before you can reach its finesse, the actual time traveler is gonna come back somehow, I hope. Though she's currently still on her way to the past.
大したことではない。1年や10年、ましてや100年だったらどうなっていたか。
I mean, for Lumine it wouldn't have made a difference, right? Since she doesn't age anyway.
私をここに閉じ込めて何百万年だって眠らせたらいいよ。口では協力関係を築きたいとか言ってるけど、
何百万年それに何の意味があるお前は人間というものをまだ
Hearing that out of his mouth. You don't understand humans all that well? Look in a mirror! Talk to a mirror! Whatever! Like, you are the one who doesn't understand humans. He really has absolutely zero self-reflection and zero understanding of how human relationships work.
私がお前を1週間ここに置いたとしてまだ人々はお前の辛さを理解できるだろうそう数字が大きくなるほど全て意味を失ってしまうのだよ人々はお前の苦しみを想像できず理解もできない残念ながらこのテイワットには確かに神がいるが多くは凡人だ限られた寿命脆い肉体そんな存在にお前が
I mean, you are human, even if you call yourself a god right now. You are just a normal human. And you are gonna get your comeuppance.
お前の長い寿命そして特別な出自は彼らとの違いをはっきり示している
I mean, in this world, there are so many long-lived people. Like the Adepti, for example, and all the gods and stuff, and Nuvelet, you know, dragons in general. I don't think she would be ostracized and outcast just for living a long life. That's not really that special here in Teyvat. Let's be real. I mean, even an ordinary human like Dottore achieved a life of several hundred years so far. So, like, I don't know. This argument makes no sense.
お前のことを思うと心が痛むこの世界はお前に数多くの使命を背負わせながらその絶大な力で
Yeah, and you are so much better than all of them because you are promising her brother. Do you really think Lumine is gonna fall for that?
世界はお前にあまりに不公平だ
That she's gonna think that you are so fair and so much better than the other gods she's met. Don't make me laugh, Dottore.
だから私がお前に特権を与えよう降臨者であるお前を本来あるべき地位へ戻すために
No thanks. Oh, the blue flower. So, I guess we're going back to Columbina now. It's been a while.
あの空間には3回入ったけどまだわからないことだらけ私が戻った過去は時間をどんどん遡ってるでも
Yeah, we still don't really know the rules by which this world operates. How it decides the points where Columbina can enter the past.
どの過去も旅人の近くに現れてる
That is true. Yeah.
確かに旅人の周りからはどこか知ってる気配を感じたけど
Something familiar around her.
ひとまず考えながら先に進もう
Okay, where's she going next? Wild Hunt? Okay. This was when Flint's and Lumine were fighting Rary at the end of Act 2, I think.
ここはスターダストビーチ
At this time, the others were trying to stop the Kuvaki cannon from firing in Nasha Town. But then it fired anyway, and Rary regained his form. Or partly regained his form, I guess. Yeah, Columbina is also mentioning it here.
また大砲になんか仕掛けたんだろう今度こそ思い通りにはさせないからな大砲あの時私は銀月
Yeah, and then Columbina teleported them away, right? That's how that cutscene ended.
その後スターダストビーチから不穏な力が届いて
かつての俺は幾千万もの破片に分解され、混沌とした時間の中に投げ込まれた。それでも俺の命と意志が消えることはなかった。
もしここで月の狩人の復活を阻止できたら。
I mean, you can try, but it's not gonna work, because it has already happened.
でもどうすれば今の私にできることを考えなきゃ。旅人、後ろ光が。あ、間に合わない。あれって私が前に旅人に教えた空爆のシールド。旅人の力なら耐えられるだろうけど、空爆同士がぶつかったら多分他の場所にも。
Oh, I remember. Okay, I know what she's gonna do here. Because something or someone was protecting Hisi Island. Some part of the blast got like redirected towards Hisi Island, and then something was protecting the island. You know, the Frostmoon Enclave. And then after that we were wondering who was it or what was it, but we didn't find out. So I think that's what Columbina's doing here. Because she's talking about collateral damage, and that would have been Hisi Island, right? But future Columbina is gonna protect it. But that's gonna cost a lot of power. Columbina, you can't afford to do that. Right now. Yeah. There we go.
ちなみにコロンビーナさん、一つ伺いたいのですが。
And Flint's even asked her about it, I remember that. Yeah. Did he also have a hand in that? Well, at that time she thought that she didn't, but now we know. She actually did have a hand in that. And she's realizing it herself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do we even have the power for that? It's starting. Yeah, there's no time. You have to do it now, Columbina.
Nod-Krai に眠る月光よ。この呼びかけが届くなら、感じられるのなら、もう一度だけ答えて。
Oh, we have to press spacebar real quick. There we go. And she put up a barrier. Oh no, she fell down. No, it took too much out of her. Damn it. And that's where the scene ends. Ah, I wanna know more. I wanna know more about the time loop. Please. Okay, that's Sandrone's voice. Wait. Are we still in the past? Or is Columbina dreaming? Dreaming about the time when she was still with the Fatui? And she was napping in Sandrone's room? Okay, that's kinda cute. Man, even back then, they were already such good friends. They just didn't realize it.
蒼月のこの暮らしは質素で、ファドゥイとはだいぶ違うから。なら、これも食べたことないんじゃない？いい香り。
So cute.
これはフォンテーヌでしか買えないお菓子よ。今日は暇だったから、ちょっと作ってみたの。後でロザリンも来るけど、あなたがどうしても今すぐ食べたい。
Are we actually gonna see Signora again? Columbina's already digging in.
その話は最後まで聞きなさいよ。その蒼月のことやらはレディ
They probably didn't.
すら教えてくれなかったの？それとも立派な月神様だからそんなルール関係ないとか？うん、すっごく美味しい。当たり前よ。この私が作ったんだから。
Oh, this is everything.
サンドローネの
Why are these two always so cute together?
ちょっと、ねえ、前から気になっていたんだけど、なんでもともと暮らしていたところを離れてファデュイに入ったの？
Because the Frost Moon Science treated her like she wasn't a person, instead just an object to be worshipped.
まさか食べ物がまずいなんてつまらない理由じゃないわよね。あそこは私
Yeah,
が
it wasn't a good
想像
life.
してたのとちょっと違ってたんだ。
She was put on a pedestal from the beginning, never able to make any friends. But now here at the Fatui, she has a friend.
適当に願いを叶えてあげればただ飯にありつけて悪くなさそうだけど。じゃあただ飯のためにサンドローネは他人を助けるの？どういうこと？博士から聞いたんだけど、サンドローネって偉大な機械一個に作られたんだよね。機械工よ。ち、あいつ余計なことを。その機械工は推薦
The Narzissenkreuz
なん
Order.
だっけ？
That's the word you're looking for.
推薦十字結社よ。そう、それ推薦十字結社と関係があるんでしょ？はあ？冗談でしょ？お金を積まれたって絶対嫌よ。
Yeah, exactly, but now think about what you were asking of Columbina, huh?
うん、それと同じだよ。私も私に願いを託した人たちとあんまり親しくないの。
They never made an effort to actually get to know their own goddess.
そう。
Instead, they just put their unrealistic expectations on her.
アランのやつ、晩年になって私に何かやりたいことはないか、何か願いはないかって聞いてきたのよ。願いなんてないし、逆に他人の願いを叶えてやるつもりだって全くないわ。アランって誰？
That's the Lord Artificer she was talking about before.
あいつよ、言ってもどうせあなたは覚えないわよね。とにかく私が言いたいのは、あなたも私も他人のために身を捧げるようなタイプじゃないってこと。
Well, not so sure about that. At least now in the present.
ついでに聞くけど、あなたはどんな場所ならずっといたいと思うの？私にできないことを求めたり、私を崇拝したり、
In other words, a place with friends around you.
自然に話してくれる
Which you have now. But that place is in danger, and you yourself are also in danger.
できれば行きたい場所に自由に出入りできて、コーヒーとお菓子の香りが漂ってる場所がいい。残念ね。そんな場所この世界にないわよ。さっさとお菓子を持って自分の部屋に戻ってちょうだい。
Man, that was such a cute memory. And Columbina is back in that world.
私
But still alive.
失ってやっぱり
It's not over
こ
yet.
こに戻されちゃった。それに昔の夢を見た。
Yeah, it was a dream. Thought so.
サンドローネ、旅人、みんなに会いたいな。さっきヒーシ島の空爆を借りることができたみたい。でもなんで
Yeah, how did he do that?
そんなことができたんだろう。
if you find out how you did that, then that might help you, like, stay anchored to Teyvat and not disappear in the future, even without returning to the moon.
ここの時間は確かに遡ってる。そしてどこか覚えのある力を借りて過去の空間に入ることができる。みんなが言ってた謎の助っ人
Yeah,
って
it was Columbina all along. I love that twist so much.
もうあんまり力が残ってないみたい。この空間の終点はどこなんだろう。時間は永遠に流れ続けるの？みんなのところへ戻る方法を見つけられるかな？
That is the big question, huh? Will you ever find your way back? Oh, guess we are not done here yet. Let's find another memory.
力をちょっぴり使うだけで
Oh, she's almost out of power.
厳しくなってきた。それと
Okay, so there's abyssal stuff now. For a moment there I thought maybe that's something to do with Raria. But I guess not. Yeah, now we're at the lighthouse. Okay, that's what I was mentioning before.
次はどこだ
You know, with the books. This is where our mystery ally appeared for the first time, right? I think.
夜明かしの墓。ここってフリンズが普段いる場所だよね。
But how did she know which books to move? Because we were looking for specific ones and our mystery ally gave us the exact ones that we needed.
こんなにたくさんの資料
Yeah,
全部読むのか？
there we go. That's the exact scene that I was talking about.
仕方ありません。現状ではこれが最善です。
みんな資料を探してる？
Oh, they talked to her about it. Okay, so that's how she knows which
フ
ones.
リンズこの時のことも私がやったってこと？
ナドクライの歴史に深く入り込むことで、月の狩人たちの本当の目的を暴くのです。
私のしてることは過去を変えられてるのかな？
Well, right now they're simply completing a process.
過去をなぞらえてるだけ？これは必然なのか？それとも私が決めてることなのか？もしここでみんなを
Good question,
助け
actually.
なかったらこの後の物語はどう変わっちゃうんだろう？
But you're still gonna do it, right? Because you don't want him to lose against Raria. Yeah,
それでも
exactly.
やっぱり私は友達の力になりたい。
Yeah, there we go. It's not a ghost Paimon. It's a good friend, helping us from the future.
確かこの本もだよね。今度は他のが動いた。これでいいかな？あれ？ルオンヌタル？
Oh, what's Luanota doing here?
私の存在を
It can sense
感
her?
じることができるの？
Oh, she's getting pulled back. What does Luanota have to do with all of this? Luanota was always mysterious. Since it's a very special Kuhenki. Looks different from the others, acts different from the others. Always had like a deeper connection to Columbina than the others.
ルオンヌタルだったんだ。
She's that familiar presence I've been sensing all
ずっ
along.
と旅人のそばにいたから私がたどり着く過去も
Oh, so it's not actually that she goes to where Lumine was, she goes to where Luanota was. Interesting.
なんでルオンヌタルなの？月神の眷属で私とつながりがあるから？
Yeah, why not any other Kuhenki?
なんで他の月
What is so special about Luanota?
ルオンヌタルなんだろう。あれは
Okay, another memory. But there wasn't anything before that scene at the lighthouse, right? That was the first time our mysterious helper helped us. So what else is there?
この先からは力を全く感じられない。
Just a void, stretching out into infinity. So this is where it ends? I mean, I guess this is now the beginning of the Nod-Krai story.
多分これが過去へ行く最後のチャンスなのかも。次で戻る方法を見つけないと。
Wait. This is like on the way to Hisi Island. Isn't this where we met Luanota for the first time? Where Luanota came into being? Does Columbina have something to do with that? Did she create Luanota? From the future? Or something like that?
ひしとこれは
Or is she Luanota? That's also a possibility. Maybe she turns into Luanota here, while Lumine and Paimon are passing through. And then she stays with them because she knows that she needs to act as a guide for her future self. But then she also moves to the future again as Luanota, which would mean... Let's just let this play out. I'm not sure if I'm correct about this, so let's wait a little bit here. Get confirmation first before I go any further into this. I can't sense her presence this time, so Luanota is not here yet. So Columbina has something to do with Luanota's creation. I think that much is obvious. And yeah, here come Lumine and Paimon. Not much power left. So does she lose the rest of her power here, and that's why she turns into a Kuhenki?
戻る方法を見つけるにはどうしたら戻る。でもどこに戻るんだろう。期月の夜のあの瞬間、この状態のまま戻るの。ドットーレが期月の夜にあれほどのことを成し遂げたのはずっと計画してきたから。私のを除いて血髄の力も2つ奪われてる。たとえ戻れたとしても今の私じゃ3月の力を手に入れ
All very good questions.
太刀打ちできない。むしろドットーレの計画を早めることになる。奪われた力に対抗する方法を見つけないと。
Oh, did she realize something?
3月の力。あ、まさか月の影の行き着く先って。
She knows? She knows what she must do. Okay, what is it?
いつの間にかもう蒼月の子が暮らしてるエリアに入ったみたいだな。景色も雰囲気もガラッと変わったぞ。でもどうやってみんなに私の計画を伝えればいいの？ここに書き残す？ダメ。他の誰かに見られる。何か方法を考えないと。私とつながりがあって、みんなに何が起きたのか。
And that something is gonna be Luanota. So she's gonna create Luanota here. I think that's it. She's not gonna be Luanota herself, but she's gonna create it. There we go. Yeah. And there's Luanota. It all comes full circle, huh?
花びらが飛んできたと思ったらどうなってるんだ？私が ルオン・ノタルを誕生させたんだ。
A piece of her own soul. Okay, so it is kinda her. But only a part of her.
だからこの空間に入った時から知ってる
Okay, so
力を
what's
感じた
next?
し、
What is your plan, Columbina?
過去を訪れるたびにあの子の近くに現れた。だって私とあの子はつながってる
Yeah,
から。
connected souls.
こんにちは。お前の名前は？そして月の影にもう過去へつながる扉がないのはこの時点よりも前には
So if there are no more gates, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna get out of that world?
だから君と初めて会った時祝福の証を感じ取ったのにその中に宿る魂に気づけなかったんだね。だってあの時の私はコロンビーナ・ハイポセレニアではなくただの迷子の小さな
Yeah, she was a different person back then. So she didn't recognize herself in Luanota.
ほら、オイラたちは忙しいから遊びたいなら別の人と遊んでくれ。
No, Paimon, don't send her away.
ああ、パイモンが邪険に扱うから。これからのことは任せたからね。
We are all counting on you, Luanota. You got this.
お願い。私の代わりに旅人のそばにいてあげて。彼女、それから季月の花が咲き誇る
The
庭
garden
へ
where the moon prayer blossoms
旅人を
grow.
連れて行ってほしいの。
Oh, the Silver Moon Hall.
そこで
Right. Luanota brought us there.
小さな鳩が
Right, yeah. I remember.
旅人の助けを待ってるから。
We only found Columbina thanks to Luanota. It was all Columbina from the beginning. She all planned it and influenced it, and oh my god, I love the story so much.
お願いね。君も君の
Go and live your story. But the question still remains, what happens to the real Columbina now?
私は別の道
In a
を
different direction, so she's gonna go further to the past. But how far exactly? And they go past each other. And that is Act 7 complete. Okay. Wow. That was a great quest. And it's saving now. Okay, so I can actually take a break and can just continue in Act 8. So yeah, even though it's continuing right away, I'm just gonna back out of the game and conclude this video here. I've been recording for over 4 hours. I'm a bit exhausted. So I'm gonna take a break of like a day or two before I continue. But yeah, so far, I am loving this. It's so good. I mean, I mentioned it during the quest several times, but I love time travel stories, and the way the time loop is done so far is just absolutely amazing. And also all the stuff with Dottore, him talking to Lumine, is also so interesting. Like, he's such a good antagonist. Like, I hate him so much, but I just gotta respect how well written he is. When you hate an antagonist that much, then you know that he's a good antagonist. Like, I actually really like the character. I hate him as a person, but I like him because he's such a good antagonist. And I know I've already said that in the previous acts, but yeah, it's still true. Even more true now, actually. After we got so much more Dottore screen time. He's great. Very hateable, but great. And yeah, also all the other characters all doing their part, doing their research and stuff. Syndrome, Albedo, Nefer, everyone. It's just so good. It's so good. 4 hours went by in a flash, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day here now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more Genshin Impact and other gacha content. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. And see you in Act 8.